Yeah. I mean, I'm jumping them. First pitch.
Yeah.
First pitch, I'm swinging out of my asshole. Like, it's either going to be a home run or an ambulance ride. Like, there's no in between.
The Section 10 Patreon has everything that Red Sox fans need. For the first time ever, we're letting you guys in the scoop shop.
That's a great point, Jared. You gotta get in the Discord. We're in there every game for the live game chat. Also, we got AMAs. Each week, one of us is in there. Ask us anything. We need questions that are crazy, because this team drives us crazy.
And don't miss Down on the Farm, our bi-weekly Red Sox podcast covering all the prospects in the system. It's me, it's Coley Mick. We're touching from everything from Franklin Arias to Anthony Ianson. You're not gonna wanna miss it. You can get all of our content at patreon.com/section10podcast. Don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Section 10 podcast. Here are your hosts, Jared Carrabis, Coley Mick, Steve Peralt, and Tyler Milliken.
Okay, boom. Section 10 podcast, episode 644, presented by Kalshi. It is the home of your 66 and 58 second wild card spot, Boston Red Sox. I'm your host, Jared Carrabis. That right there, that's Colin Mick. Alongside Tyler Milliken and Steven Peralt.
Yeah, what up? Section 10 in the building.
Section 10 the building.
Yeah.
Produced by Jose.
Woo.
Brewed by Blue Moon.
It's like one.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's weird, right?
Yeah. Yucky.
Like, yeah, it's like, I feel like some people want Horn. Some people want okay, boom. I don't know where we're at right now. Is this a okay, boom T or is this a Horn? I don't know.
I want Raymond Burgos.
And then what are you going to do with them?
Tip my cap.
What's
The ultimate sacrificial lamb. The man who's willing to put his balls on the line, to sacrifice everything, to go out there and eat innings for the Red Sox bullpen. And they don't give a fuck about him. They're willing to let him die. They don't value his life, and he knows that, and he doesn't care. And I respect that.
I mean, it's his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man went to work and did job today.
Bro,
Yeah.
they made the
Page
dude
news.
last week throw 3 innings on back-to-back days, 2.5 hour rain delay after throwing 2 innings. Get the hell back out there for 2 more. That's baller.
That's what it is when you're fucking Raymond Burgos. Like, that's what it is.
I think the last Red
He
Sox
knows the
pitcher to
deal.
do it was Alfredo Aceves.
Yeah.
Wow. Hero.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy. That's quite literally is his job. Just get out there and eat some innings. And he did it.
Ungrateful.
Play baseball.
Ungrateful, all of you.
I'm not saying, I mean, yeah, like every team needs that guy. I'm happy for him. Happy that he went out there and did it. Again, I'm gonna echo a sentiment even louder than I did the last time that we did this program. I don't think that you're gonna get doom and gloom Jared again this year. Probably no matter what happened, unless they like didn't make the playoffs. Then it's DEFCON 1, which I learned is higher than DEFCON 5. Yeah, DEFCON 1 is worse. That's probably when I would get angry again. But after they went on this run to get back into a playoff spot, I find it really difficult to be like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. But we can have a realistic conversation about how things are not going well right now. I think objectively speaking, things are A, not going well, and B, now we're mixing in injuries where you now have Garrett Whitlock and Justin Slayton on the IL at the same time. Daisuke Matsuzaka is apparently on the injured list. It's not good right now. And I'm just kidding, TC. I love you. It was a very funny clip. I don't know, T. How I feel like you your level of panic and concern is probably the most realistic out of anyone on here. So where are you at?
It's definitely like on a scale of 1 to 10. Last episode, I'd say I was like a 1, genuinely. I'm probably up to about a 3.5 right now. I think the scary part is every part of your team, there seems to be some version of bleeding or just kind of the battleship taking a hit. Whether you want to talk about the bullpen with Whitlock and Slayton going down, now you're going to be leaning on that group, which has been the best group in baseball this year. That bullpen was such a major part of everything you were doing during that 32-5 streak. Well, that has taken a significant hit. And like Whitlock seemed really positive it was going to be a minimal IL stint. The Slayton stuff, I felt like when you listened to him, it came off a lot differently. Like, let's go see the doctor. This has been barking all year long. We're going to hope for the best here. I think in the lineup, you lose Masataka Yoshida, which is a big deal. We look at what he's done over the last 2 months. This is a guy who was hitting 308 with a 129 WRC plus. Over that stretch, 4th best bat on the team in terms of WRC plus. So when we're talking about Andrew Monasterio and Willson Contreras, like Masa was one of the guys up near the top providing for you. And then with the rotation, you have real question marks now with Patrick Sandoval, who has this blister thing going on, but absolutely got smoked today. Stuff was down. You have Jake Bennett, who, Chad Tracy, you want to tell me there's not workload concerns and then we have a bullpen game tomorrow? Cool. That definitely made me believe everything you said when you initially said it. So yeah, I think just about every unit has taken a hit, and I think that's a concerning thing.
Jared?
This is going to sound like coping, but it's true. It's just for context, because I know the people were like, how the fuck are you going to get smoked by the Pirates? The Pirates are 3rd in baseball in runs per game.
Yeah, they score.
3rd. In MLB, not the NL. MLB, 3rd. It's, let me see. Nats, Cubs, Pirates. They're the only 3 teams that are averaging 5 runs per game or better. They're better than the Dodgers. They're better than the Dodgers.
No Ryan O'Hearn, no Connor Griffin, no O'Neill Cruz.
Right.
No Barry Bonds.
No Barry Bonds.
Kutch.
No Nate McLouth.
6-9 in the month of August for these Pirates that essentially have seen their season go completely off the road once they acquired Luke Weaver.
Well, I think that'll do it, right?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, T's not wrong. There's blood everywhere, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a super easy fix, and it's Steve.
Oh, baby.
Steve apologizing.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what happened? About what?
Somebody, not to name names, but Steve was like, I've always hated the yellow jerseys. They should be burnt to a crisp. And the Sox just don't win baseball games anymore.
I thought you had a different solution, Coley.
Well,
Yeah.
no. We'll get to him.
Whatever. We bringing up the weather too. It didn't matter.
No,
The game
no.
started.
No, there's a storm brewing.
Oh, okay. Fair. Okay.
Yeah, but I think there's an easier fix even than that. And that's just a quick apology. Or you can admit to, no, I'm not going to say, just a quick apology.
I'll toss a sorry out there. And I feel like the reason I'm doing it is because I feel like in the history of Section 10, I don't know if Coley's ever asked me to give an apology. So out of respect to Coley, I'm going to give it. I'm going to give that apology. Obviously, I don't love the Yellows.
Listen, it's not to
I
me.
want an apology now, too.
Well, we'll get to you.
The same one? Or is it a different one?
I want an apology for how easy it was to apologize to Coley, and it's not easy to apologize.
Coley hasn't used that. He hasn't used that, out of his back pocket. And like, okay, I respect it. I honor that. So
it's not for me. It's for the jerseys. You're apologizing to them. They did nothing.
Okay.
They did
I'm
nothing
also kind of
wrong.
apologizing to you because you're wearing the jersey. So it's like just
I
a
wore
combo
it
deal.
intentionally because it's clear as day. Like you're talking about a quick fix. What?
Yeah.
They're back home tomorrow? Is that or today as people listening to this?
Today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yella.
I do believe the Yellows are going to be back. I know initially the report I got is they were basically done with them and might wear them one more time. Now it might be more than that. If it happens, I won't be against it. They haven't won, I believe, with the Whites on Saturdays all year. They haven't done it many times. I think maybe 2 or 3 times. So when they ditch the Yellows, they lose ball games. But I got to be honest, my biggest takeaway from this series, August is just when I realize every year the season's too long. 162 is too many. People might hate this, but like This season's just too fucking long. Like you're in mid-August and everybody's beat up. Even like I feel like for content creators too, you're past the All-Star game. You're past the deadline. You're kind of past a lot of the Field of Dreams game. I know you guys said that was awful, and I didn't fully disagree. But you're just kind of past a lot of the stuff. And now you're just kind of grinding and trying to get to September when you're looking at the standings and the scoreboard every single night. And obviously we're doing that right now, but there's more of that in September. So I don't know. This series felt kind of blah. It might be, Jerry, you mentioned before we started recording, but I can't remember a series where I felt less of a need to tweet maybe than this one potentially ever. Like there were very few things to be like, oh, I got to get this thought off. I didn't really have a lot of thoughts during the series. It's just like, all right, Sonny Gray, when he's on, he is on. He is really freaking good. And then the Red Sox didn't score really in the first 4 innings of any game. I think they got 1 total run in like the first half of these 3 games. So it was, you get behind in 2 of them and it was out of reach. I mean, the finale, I don't know where we're at. I don't know if you guys know of just banging games that are rain impacted. I don't know where we're at because today felt like it just wrap it up. Like we don't need this hour and a half rain delay that then leads to nothing. You just can't. But I feel like I've seen final /8 recently or I don't know. You just can't. I
can't do it.
I feel like if it's like a torrential downpour and both sides agree, you might be able to. But
do it.
I did feel for AP. I felt for Lenny, TC. You could just see on their faces, like, what are we doing? This is so stupid that we have to do this rain delay show right now. So it was a rough finale, a rough opener, and a nice little bright spot in game 2.
Yeah. The only game that they won was when I went down the Cape.
Yep, 100%. Cape Jerry was undefeated in this series. And when you're back home, losses. So
losses. Yeah. T?
Did you stay the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I was so shocked when I saw the picture.
Why?
Like,
Steve was shocked in the picture.
Things I've ever
I couldn't believe it. I was in the picture and I couldn't believe it was happening.
Yeah.
Did you just drive there and like text
That's
Steve?
how
And
it
you're
works.
like, I'm 5 minutes away.
I
Fuck
got
off.
the address.
Hey, there's an airport down there. There's an
Hyannis. He
airport.
could have gone to Hyannis.
Yep. Got the address from a source. Showed up.
Yeah.
Said meet me at an undisclosed location and did Cape Jerry shit. You know.
Mm-hmm. There were a couple 10 people there too that spotted us. So credit to them. That was cool. But
did like a double triple take. They kept looking at their phone, being like, "Is it?" I was like,
it was
"Listen,
cool.
It's me. It's Cape Jerry. I'm here."
There was some good viewing too. Good viewing at the bar there. We're watching the Woo Sox, watching Arias, watching Romy, watching all the fellas. Mickey was going off. Yeah, they had a 98, the best of the 1998 Red Sox, half-hour show, I guess. I didn't know Nesson did those, but they just throw those in there. I was telling Jared, like, for Nesson outside of the games, obviously doesn't really air a lot of stuff of great value. I feel like you could just show a lot of these throwback games, and I would watch a ton of them. T, I know you would. You would absolutely sit down and watch some of these like Pedro throwback games. Like, give me some of that, early 1000 stuff. I'd sit there and watch 9.
Sneaky,
if it's a 9-on-9 match.
Yeah, I've gotten into on Nesson 360, and this isn't an ad by any means, but on Nesson 360, they have certain
10.
players that you can go and watch like their best
off your
stuff.
subscription.
And I go back and watch the best of. They have, I believe, Manny, Ortiz. It might be Wade Boggs, Mo Vaughn, bunch of those guys, Pedro from that era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. Yeah, credit to Jerry. He got down there.
Yeah. It was more of a haul than I would have hoped for.
It's not a short trip.
From north
You
of
could
the
have stopped
city,
where I was.
Huh?
You could have stopped in Wareham.
I thought you were in Newport.
I recorded the last episode we did here.
If my kid gave me that face, I'd send him right to their fucking room so
fucking
fast.
Stupid, dude. Like, no, I wasn't.
My face?
Yeah.
I was just a bit confused.
Me?
Yeah. That was a very offensive face that you just
I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
That was
I
Your
want to
fa-
hit
Your
Charlie's
face is
with you.
so slender now, like it's just all bones jutting out of you. So yeah, it was very skeletal.
Mm.
I will say, someone recognized me at the gym while I was very sweaty yesterday, like extremely sweaty. We got a flick though. We got a picture, but man, I was battling, and you could tell I was seeing
In a
demons.
stunning turn of events, I was
seeing
sweaty at the gym. No
Yeah.
one would have seen this coming.
crazy, dude. Yeah. What
That's
were the
wild.
Kalshi odds on that?
Hi.
Yeah, and Kalshi are trading against peers in a live market, meaning that there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position for a limited time. Download the Kalshi app and use the promo code Section10 to get $10 when you trade 10. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, trade on anything. Cape Sox 1-0. And outside of the Cape, no wins. So I apologize. I have something to apologize for. Yeah. Without the Cape, they didn't have the power. But I will say Saturday was a fun watch. So Friday was the views. Bad watch. Not a good time. Put him in a fucking bench. Hey, whoa. That was my listen.
I thought the views was getting tossed.
Is my form that bad?
Yeah. Friday, bad time. Hated watching that game. Me and Pap were fighting for our lives, being like, JD Drew, huh? Fucking hate that guy.
I knew when I started seeing those tweets, I was like, they had nothing. I was like, they were talking about nothing at all.
Yeah, there was nothing going on. But there is something going on September 8th. Section 10 night is at Fenway Park. RedSox.com/Section10 to get your tickets in the jersey giveaway. I would recommend buying those tickets sooner rather than later because if it sells out, then you're fucked. Yeah, absolutely fucked, dude.
That's the note from the Red Sox.
Yeah. RedSox.com/Section10 for Section 10 night tickets. It's gonna be fun. Big week this week. Big week this week.
A lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, we're going to. So there's 4 games that we're taking a listener to a game with the proceeds going to Dana-Farber. Tonight, Monday is the first one. Tuesday, I'm doing the Jimmy Fun Telethon. And then Thursday is Steve Buckley's charity game, the old-time baseball game. And I guess I'm facing Jake Peavy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve.
Steve's coming?
Yep, big time.
Yeah.
The 3 you guys can talk boats.
Yeah. I think, he owns one. What do you think he throws right now? I don't think he's going to be like Papelbon and try and gas me up. I mean, he'll probably get probably like 80s.
Peavy at this point seems like a pretty mellow fella. He's a calm dude. I love him. He's one of my favorite people in media. He's a super nice guy. He's been great to us. I feel like, he knows us.
Again,
like we've talked to Peavy, but has he been on here? Has he been on? No, he hasn't. Okay.
His last season, they had StatCast data. He was sitting at 89.
He's going to be doing a lot of these,
what year is this?
Tossing.
2016. So we got 10 years. You're probably looking at 75.
No,
More?
He's not going to be trying to huck it in there.
I hope not.
This is going to be your most hittable guy yet.
Yes.
No, Rich Hill was hittable.
No, he wasn't because he only throws stuff with movement. Like you were never going to hit him. Jake Peavy's going to groove you one.
But like Rich Hill, I was honest about it. I said Rich Hill tried to put it on a tee for me. Like he snapped me off a couple of breakers, but the fastballs were middle. They were not like he wasn't trying to dice me up.
Sure, but I don't think you were looking for them. I think Peavy, you can be looking for them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm jumping them. First pitch.
Yeah.
First pitch, I'm swinging out of my asshole. Like, it's either going to be a home run or an ambulance ride. Like, there's no in between. Yeah.
If you survive Pap, you can survive anything, dude. You took that straight to the ribs.
No, he's saying he's going to throw his back out. He's going to swing so hard.
Yes. I'm going to swing so hard at the first pitch. It's either going to be a home run or a swing and a miss that cracks my spine in half. Yeah. Could be both. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm
Steve?
closing my eyes.
Steve?
What's the sound you would make if you cracked your back while swinging? Sounds about right. Yeah, that's good. That would be an awkward moment. Has there been any like serious injuries? You feel like there would have been for players that haven't really been out there in a while at this game.
Not that I've seen.
And most of the guys in the game like are current players.
True. Yeah.
There's a lot of D1 college kids. There's a lot. Lou Merloni is playing.
He was very careful when we played, 2 years ago? I remember getting down the line. He made sure to protect himself. But besides that, he was swinging it.
Yeah.
Lou Merloni.
He got hit and then said no and then still kept hitting.
That was so
Don't quote
funny.
me on this, but I believe Mason is playing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
His son? Should I call Buck right now?
Call him up.
Eminem or Lou.
I mean,
Coley, that was
where
one of the
fuck-
funniest
talk to
things
each
I've ever
other.
seen. He just wore one and then stayed there and just throw another. Like, let's
It was like
keep
the
this
first
back
pitch of the
going.
game. He was like,
Yeah.
no.
Lou's on a plane right now, yeah? Lou's got to be
Yeah,
on
that's
a plane.
true. Yeah, he's on the plane.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
I'm going to call Steve Buckley right now.
Okay, yeah.
He might be.
Hard
Yeah.
to say. Buck's an early to bed guy too, though.
Well, that's the joke
time.
that I was going to. He's a late night guy, I think.
That's the opposite of what he says every time he's on here.
I mean, it's 9:30.
He might be sleeping.
No. You think?
Sunday?
Hey, this is Steve. You
He could be sleeping.
Yeah, who knows?
Could be sleeping. I don't know. Either way, it's at what?
Peters.
St. Peter's Field in Cambridge.
Yep.
Thursday night, I believe 7 o'clock?
I'll get confirmation there.
7 o'clock.
So
7:20
7:20 start.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah. Every year, I'm like, this is my last one. Every year.
You've been saying that for 10 years. I remember
10 years.
going there and filming you, and you struck out, and you're like, this is just, I don't need to do this. Like, I'm going to promote this event. I love this event. I don't need to be in the event. It's now 2026. You're still doing it. But it's credit to you. Like, you're holding up your side of the bargain to Buck. You
I
told
mean,
him
I haven't
you're gonna
played
play.
organized baseball since 2010. That was the last time I was in a league. And we are 16 years removed from that. And every year I want to help promote and draw attention and eyeballs to the cause. And if that means I got to strike out, that means I got to strike out. But sometimes I get a hit, sometimes I get a fucking hit, and sometimes I get hit, sometimes I'm either going to, here's the thing. You're going to go to this game. You're going to either watch me get a hit, or not get a hit. Those are the only options.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's playing 9-on-9.
Yep.
9 on 9.
Literally it. Classic ball game.
Classic 9 on 9.
Yep.
Classic 9 on 9. Jose, what do you think I'm going to get a hit against Jake Peavy?
Absolutely. Throw slop jalop.
That's right.
Wow.
I think Jake Peavy is definitely nice enough to try to groove me one.
He'll want to see you succeed. I think he's going to want people to have a fun time and not like gas him down.
Yeah. Unlike Jonathan Papelbon, who is like, I'm going to fucking get drunk and try to throw a baseball through your goddamn ribcage.
To be fair to Pap,
Oh, wait, here's Buck. Buck's calling back.
There we go.
Steve Buckley,
What's going on?
did I interrupt your warm glass of milk before bed?
I did that like minutes ago.
Okay.
That's in the past now. Now I'm actually not on a warm milk anymore. I'm doing kefir. You know what that is?
No.
Kefir is what really old people drink before they go to bed. It calms the stomach.
That's
So,
great. That's great. I'm excited.
I'll play along. Go ahead.
No, I mean it's the truth. You can say that it's just a bit, but we know what your nighttime routine is.
Bingo.
The old time baseball game is this Thursday at St. Peter's Field in Cambridge at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Yes.
7 p.m. And Jake Peavy is pitching.
Or so I'm told. We're pretty excited about that. I haven't talked to him yet, but the Boston home in its infinite wisdom was able to reach out to Jake Peavy. And we're going to have Jake Peavy. We're going to have Rich Hill. We're going to have Lou Maloney and his son.
Mason.
Double play combination there.
Mm-hmm.
And Manny Del Carmen's going to pop by and give us anything out of the bullpen.
Oh, okay. This is probably the most former big leaguers you've had in the game at the same time, no?
Those 4 plus you is 5, my friend.
That's true. I mean, I am a World Series champion. I've got the trophy. I've got the ring. I've got the bobblehead. I've been in the parade. I've been in video games. I'm probably the most decorated of the, I guess, former players.
Peavy
I
wins
can't
Cy
argue
Young?
with that. Everything you said is accurate so far.
100% true. Yeah. I don't know why Tyler's shaking his head. What are you shaking your head at, T?
I agree with Coley. Do you have a Cy Young?
I don't control that stuff. That's out of my control.
Do you ever get a vote?
Politics. Just say politics.
Yeah, politics and the writers, and obviously, it's
You're talking to a writer right now.
There's clearly a BBWAA backlash against Carrabis. That's
correct.
actually
we've never gotten along. That doesn't mean that I didn't deserve it. You know,
Upton doesn't vote for you.
Yeah, Steve is gonna come this year to try to film me striking out. Like he performed one year and that was it. But the two of us will be there. Obviously, I'm
very excited. Very excited, Buck.
So why the interest in facing Peavy? Is it because you want to strike out against another pitcher? Is that what it is? Or?
This is beneath. See, this is the BBWA bullshit again. You just admitted to having a bias. Put it this way.
No, I just admitted to putting a fact on the table, which is that you struck out against Rich Hill last year.
I struck out against Rich Hill, but I fouled one off.
Again, I make the point. Listen, we can do this all night, but what you should be selling is the fact that you got a legit single up the middle off a D1 pitcher from Boston College.
Yeah. I mean, and Papelbon was too afraid to pitch to me. He hit me. So my on-base percentage.
Marty Bush got a hit off Weissert.
My on-base percentage is 500 over the last half decade.
It is. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
And I think the way to get you out is slowest, because you hit 91 up the middle, up the BC guy, and missed 78 from Rich Hill by a foot and a half.
Well, he was not in fairness, because I was saying Rich Hill did try to put it on a tee for me when he threw fastballs, but he didn't only throw fastballs. He did throw me 2 curveballs.
Well, there was an information disjointment going on there. Something went wrong, clearly.
Right. Well, I'm hoping that the home plate umpire is the same one that I had against the D1 lefty, because we had an arrangement before the game. I don't know if you know this, but I'm assuming that because it's a charity game, these umpires are also volunteers who are not getting paid. Guess who has?
But they're legit umpires.
No,
they don't get paid.
Yes. They're legit umpires who can absolutely be swayed by American currency, which is, I'm just saying, if
that's baseball.
If it's on the corner, no, it's not. It's outside.
Why do I feel like I'm getting involved in something the FBI is going to be talking to me about? Because we're in an age of gambling and all this stuff that's going on. We're literally talking about game fixing.
Well, it is after all a charity game. It is a charity game, and we're here for a great cause. But let's just say I can afford to not strike out. That's all. At least not look.
Understood.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the quid pro quo that you would make this ride into a BC baseball game on a white horse and hang out with the guys and go to a BC game, which if memory serves, you did not do?
No, but I don't really do anything. That's why that's why it is a measurement of how much I love and respect you, Buck, because I go to this every single year when I don't even go to my family reunion a couple of weeks ago.
Not good.
No, I just don't like going to stuff.
Why? I mean, okay, I'm not gonna play family shrink here, but because I don't know. I'm afraid of what the answers might be. So suffice to say that we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big night. We have never had this many former Red Sox players before, and we're pretty excited about that. And I talked to Rich Hill this morning. He is he's excited. He's going to bring his son, and he's not going to play because I think he's only 12 or 13, but his son will be there. And Lou got a son who's, I think, entering his sophomore year at BC High. So Lou wants to play second base with his son at shortstop for an all-Merlone double play combination, which we're excited about.
That'll be great.
Really
I'm very
cool.
excited for that.
Really cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, Buck. It's do you have any Red Sox takes?
My Red Sox take is that I'm very upset that I went to a Portland Sea Dogs game this afternoon. And as it turns out, I went 2 days early because I guess Roman Anthony's going to be there Tuesday night.
Yeah, he is.
And so I wish I was there Tuesday night, but I'm not going to be there. I was there today. And I'm really fascinated by what this kid can do when he comes back. That's because I don't know what the nature of his injury is. I'm not a doctor. I hear so many people who are not doctors offering expert opinions, along with, his nightlife, and he was hanging out with this guy. And I don't know any of that. Maybe I should. All I know is that I'm intrigued by what he showed last year when he was healthy. And I think that's the most important thing to be talking about right now is coming back to the lineup with some semblance of his former self.
Wow.
Buck, you were in Worcester a couple days ago, right?
I was in Worcester yesterday.
So your thoughts on Arias and what you've seen, and just what do you think happens with the shortstop?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I saw two great. Who's the kid from the Mets? Jefferson what? I saw Jefferson Rojas play for Binghamton today. The kid they got from the Cubs, and he's one of the top prospects in baseball. I was very impressed with him, and I was very impressed with what I saw of Arias yesterday. The way he swings, the way he carries himself in the field. And I would not. He's one of those. Don't touch this kid. Don't trade him, guys.
Well, I'm excited to see Franklin Arias for this playoff run, Buck, that the Red Sox are about.
Well,
to go.
The only issue there is I'm guessing you guys talked about this. Is the way it was explained to me by the Red Sox was you bring him up, you have to put him on the 40. You can't take him off the 40 because then you'd have to outright him. And you go into the postseason or the off season with him on your 40. There's a lockout. You miss half the season. He can't play because he's on the 40-man roster. So do you take that chance to put him on the 40-man roster and then add him to the big league roster so that he can play in September and possibly in a postseason? Versus the flip side of that, which is if you do that and there's a lockout, he has to sit around next year. And does that retard his progress moving forward?
What weighs heavier though, a potential World Series run or April through June of next year, especially? No.
See, I'm posing it as a question. I mean, you answered. I agree with you. I think the World Series. Besides, any team in the American League can go to the World Series. And
right.
I literally just spoke these words 40 minutes ago. The team that's playing the best baseball the last 2 weeks of the regular season will go to the World Series. Records mean nothing. Which team is hot? Which team has its healthy players on the field? Which, of course, means the Yankees with all the players that they expect back. Forget their record. If they get their injured players back and look good the last 2 weeks, they go to the World Series. If the Red Sox get Roman Anthony back, play well the last 2 weeks of the season, they go to the World Series. That's the way I'm looking at it in a very brokered year in the American League.
It's fair. I think everyone's kind of wondering what they're going to get from Roman Anthony, but I seem to think that he is kind of taking note of all the naysayers and that he's going to use that as motivation. Like I do think
I hope he does. That's an old-fashioned psychological play that's been proved to work. And if he wants to name names, if he wants to post a list of, hey, these are the people that doubted me, might be a little immature, but if that gets him past today into tomorrow, then so be it.
So be it.
He also, it's hard to imagine getting less out of left field these days.
I was surprised that Duran wasn't traded at the trade deadline. I just assumed that he would have been part of some kind of deal.
I mean, is that something that you think they would have just tried to dump him? Because I don't know how much value he would have had.
I don't know about dumping him. I mean, dumping is a tough word. I mean, I don't know. I do know, and this is old news, that his trade value was much better 3 years ago and 2 years ago and 1 year ago and 1 week ago. It's clearly going down. If I'm another team in baseball looking to build next year and I'm seeing the raw talent that this guy has and, maybe in a smaller market with a new fan base and a chance to start over again, people can reinvent themselves. I would trade for him. And if I was the Red Sox, I would trade him because something always seems to go. It's not like I don't like Duran or anything like that.
Right.
I think he's a phenomenal talent. I just think that he is the textbook case of new environment might do him some good.
All right, Buck. I'm excited for Thursday.
Kind of a sad ending. All right, Buck.
I mean, I it does make me sad that that's where we're at with Duran.
Big time.
Is that unfair?
Well, I mean, they're going to the postseason, and he, talk about getting a chance to reinvent yourself. He didn't have a good postseason last year. He kind of didn't make that play on that liner, thinking lines out of the left field. He didn't tear it up offensively, and this is a chance for him. They didn't trade him. He's here. He's going to be in the lineup under the right circumstances in the postseason. Few players get a chance to reinvent themselves in one postseason as he's going to get this year. So if he wants to motivate himself, that's his opportunity right there.
Is there anything that we're going to end on a high note? In all of your years, so dating back at least, let's call it 92 years. How?
Well, I like to begin with the Miracle Braves of 1914.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect reference.
Who could forget?
Window. Have you ever seen a run like this? The 32-5?
Nope. That's the easiest. I mean, what were the 84 Tigers with 35-5 to open the season, and then they coasted the rest of the way and wiped out the Padres in the World Series. I mean but that was a really, really, really good team that had, like Waltero and Lou Whitaker and Trammell and Kirk Gibson. I mean, it was a powerhouse team. And of course it started 35-5 because whatever it was a great team. I look at this roster and look at all I don't mean to be disrespectful, but everyone else uses the term 4A players that kept winning games. And not only did they go on a great run that was phenomenal in July, a 15-game winning streak, then a 9-game winning streak in August, and they did it without Crochet or Roman Anthony. It defies any kind of logic. And as someone who can be really cranky and old and all that, because I've been around for a long time, because when your knees go, that's what happens. However, it's been a lot of fun. How could you not deny that that's been a lot of fun? If the crankiest baseball writer on the planet cannot look at what that team did in July and in early August and not say, damn, that was fun. It was fun. It was fantastic.
I had a phenomenal time. Like I think for me though, I just knew that, okay, what does it look like on the other side? Like, when does it end? And it went on longer than I thought it was going to go on for. But once it ended, the question was, all right, well, what does the next chapter look like? And so far it's not been great. But I think at least with this, the start of the season was underperforming. The 32-5 was overperforming. Right now, like there's injuries. There's at least a reason why it's not going well.
No, I agree with that. And to say that, leave it alone. Don't bring Trevor Story back. Leave this kid at shortstop and don't do this and it's going great. No, get Trevor Story back and give him a chance to hit. Get Anthony back into the lineup. And I have no idea. You guys would know more about Crochet than I do because there's a big cloud hanging over all of that. But if they can get these guys back, get them back. And I don't know where you guys are on this, but I don't like this. Forget Trevor Story. They did great without him. No, he can hit. And if he's not hurt and he can give them something in those last 6 weeks or so, they need to get him back in there.
I don't feel that way. I'm definitely one of those guys that I at least want to see what Trevor Story can bring to the table, but I'm just a little weary about what it is that he brings to the table when he comes back. Is that fair?
It is unfair because I think you've seen him hit, have you not?
Not really. What was he?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
You've never seen him hit. You've never seen him go off.
Well, I'm saying since he came
from
back.
June on last year, he was that guy. He was rocking a 120 OPS plus for that 4-month stretch. If you got that right now, it would be a godsend to this team.
Oh, of course. The odds seem pretty slim.
But it was last year. You got 4 months of it
I'm more
last
with
year.
you, Buck, honestly. Like, I think I mentioned it like a week or two ago where it's like, I don't think Trevor Story, it's like a 0% chance he's going to help this team. I think he can. He can definitely come back and actually help this team. But the Arias thing is very interesting of what happens at shortstop and what that looks like in the playoffs.
Well, like I said, part of the reason I wanted to go out there yesterday, I mean, I was going anyway, so I don't want to overstate this, but I was excited about getting a chance to see him. I was really hoping I'd see Anthony up at Havelock Field today. I didn't. But these players are fascinating. and you put this kid at shortstop. And by the way, I'm not one of the people that says, "Oh, but if he doesn't hit, you ruin him. He'll never." No, come on. If a player is that fractured that you put him out there for 6 weeks and he struggles and his career comes to an end, then he was never going to be the player you hoped he'd be. So, and he does carry himself. He's not with a swagger, but with a certain confidence. And I kind of watched him and I say, okay, does he look like he's ready for the big leagues? And that's a really stupid measuring stick, except that I use it anyway. Just to kind of, yeah, doesn't everybody? You kind of look at a guy and say, oh, I
do the eye test.
And we should use an eye test once in a while. Put the damn computer away for one friggin' minute and just try to gauge a guy's ability to handle the bright lights of the big leagues. And based on what infinitesimal amount of time I spent watching this kid yesterday, I came away impressed.
Wow. The Buck seal of approval.
You mentioned a guy having a cup of coffee and it not going so hot and people writing him off. You also saw Christian Campbell while you were there. Thoughts?
I didn't. He was in front of me. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't really focused on him, and I don't even think of him in terms of 2026. He needs to do whatever he does in the off season to sort of reinvent himself and go to spring training and begin over again. By the way, and let me just say, as someone who wrote, "Wow, what a great signing! This guy, get this kid locked up." I'm out of the locked up business. I really am.
No.
I don't have every single player. I mean, I was watching the Mariners on ESPN just a few minutes ago, and I was thinking about Rodriguez and, the big deal that he got. And, I understand how you want to lock your burgeoning superstars up, but boy, you're putting a lot of money on the table for somebody who hasn't done it yet. And I'm getting out of that business.
Well, Buck, it's been a pleasure to hear your voice. It's going
to be all right. It's Thursday night at 7:00, and we are going to have 4 former Red Sox players.
Yeah, 5.
Along with Carrabis.
Yeah, basically 5.
If it was a movie, it would say starring Manny Del Carmen, Jake Peavy, Lou Merlone, Rich Hill in the old time baseball game with Carrabis.
Doesn't that make me the 5th?
No, that gives featuring. You that's what they do with Brando and Superman.
Yeah.
Wait, so am I top billing or not?
No.
You are. When it says with, when it's that means you're like very special, that you can't. You're so important. You can't be in a list of those 4 guys.
Got it.
Those guys in
right
with Carrabis,
yes,
and no first name,
just Carrabis.
It's like Brando.
Wow.
De Niro, Carrabis,
Prince.
4 men and a baby.
No one says Robert De Niro. Nobody says Dustin. It's Hoffman. No one says Jack Nicholson.
Scorsese.
Scorsese. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. I love that.
We're raising a whole generation of kids who don't even know your name because they only know the last name in the bright light.
That's right. Let them know, Buck.
I'm on a roll.
We're gonna teach these kids on Thursday night. Yeah.
I hope to see you guys there. I hope to see your crowd there. You know what your crowd is. Come on by. It's free admission.
The hooligans. The hooligans, you're saying, Buck.
The rabble.
Yeah, the young whippersnappers.
I don't even use whippersnappers older than I am. So, but it's free. It's fun. It's for the Boston home. And I should point out, I was remiss in pointing out the Gus Quattlebaum, scouting director of the Red Sox, who was diagnosed with MS a few years back. He'll be at the game Thursday night as an honorary coach, which is also very cool.
You might have just got Tyler to agree to show up now.
Oh, there you go. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yep. All right, Buck. It's been real.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? We appreciate you, and we'll see you on Thursday night.
See you.
See you, Buck. That's Steve Buckley.
What a great guy.
Whoosh. Summer has a very specific taste to me. Hot dogs at Fenway, maybe a bag of peanuts, and an ice cold Blue Moon, preferably while the Red Sox are winning, so I don't have to spend 3 hours screaming about the bullpen with Tyler Milliken. Blue Moon is legitimately one of my go-to summer beers. It's the only go-to beer for summer. When it's 90 degrees out and you've been sweating your ass off all day, That bright citrus taste just hits. Ice cold orange slice in there, beautiful. That's summer. That's living. That's a far better experience than listening to Coley talk about the Mookie Betts trade again. And you've got options. Classic Blue Moon Belgian White with Valencia orange peel. You've got Blue Moon Mango Wheat if you want to get a little tropical with it. And Blue Moon Light. Only 95 calories, which is perfect if you're trying to keep things light while Steve Peralt eats his 11th hot dog of the afternoon.
We couldn't update that one.
13th.
So brighten up your summer with Blue Moon. Get Blue Moon Light delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. For delivery options, that is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Suck one. Just love those wieners. Rally caps, lucky socks, never stepping on the damn foul line. Baseball is full of superstitions that we hope give us an edge. But let's be honest, guys, most of it's just luck. That's how I used to feel about hair growth products until I found Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand and the official hair growth partner of Major League Baseball. Till you know it's coming. What league are the Red Sox in, brother?
Major League Baseball.
He's on fire. Absolutely on fire. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Nutrafol has formulas for men at every stage. There's Nutrafol Men for guys 18 to 49 to help grow thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months. And Nutrafol Men 50+ designed for dudes over the age of 50. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine, it is insanely easy. You order online. No prescription needed with automated deliveries. And my favorite thing, free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% and get added perks to support your hair health journey. Find out why Nutrafol is the only hair growth supplement brand trusted by Major League Baseball. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and that good old free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code Section10. That is Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code Section10. Now back to the 10.
So what I was saying before he called and I was so rudely interrupted, Pap threw you a heater middle your first pitch. Like that's on you.
Correct.
You could have avoided
diabolical to do.
What do you think it was, Jared? Do you think it was like 85?
Pap?
Yeah. What did he have at this point in time?
Low 90s?
This point in time.
Yeah, that was low 90s, brother.
I had no idea. I didn't have a radar gun.
Yeah,
It was coming in hot.
Yeah, he was pumping them in there. I'm excited. Yeah, it'll be fun. Type shit.
It's always nice having Buck on. Feels like it's just all of our collective, like grandpa, just hopping on the show and giving us some little throwbacks there. And some good notes on Arias and the fellas. Yeah. I know Mick Coley didn't love what you're saying about Christian Campbell there.
Who the fuck is that
crazy.
guy?
Like it's
like, that guy sucks and he's not going to sniff the bigs. What are you talking about?
Basketball.
Awful contract.
They aren't seeing the new bat speed, man. They ain't seeing the new KC bat speed. It's that simple.
He's not playing like right guard for the Patriots. Like, what do you mean you didn't see him? Like, I
couldn't believe it. The same amount of at-bats as everybody else. He just kind of skipped him, I guess. I don't know.
No,
crazy.
He came up, he went to the bathroom every time. But one thing he said is something I've seen a lot of people say about Campbell is just like, let him wait until next year. If you're concerned about Arias, is that he's not going to be able to play until next May. Like, I know they've changed some rules. They still expand rosters for September, right?
Yes.
It would be insane to me to just have him be in Worcester that whole time. I'm not saying play him every day, but I do think it could be more potentially damaging to have him go the whole offseason, then not be able to play any organized baseball because he's on the 40-man until baseball comes back next June, as opposed to getting some at-bats in September of the Major League roster. That's all. That's all.
I think if Franklin Arias comes up, he's playing every single day.
I'm not talking about that's different. Super different.
I also think for Franklin Arias, Craig Breslow wouldn't have left the door open if he was that concerned. I think Craig Breslow's been on a team where he's seen the impact of someone like Xander Bogaerts back in 2013. And I think when they were kind of chasing the market at the trade deadline, part of their approach was that they knew they had Arias in their back pocket. So I think they're willing to give Story a run. And very interesting quote from Chad Tracy saying Story's going to get most of his work at shortstop. That's interesting. Most of it. That's quite a difference. You got to go back to 2022 to see something different. But I think Story's going to get run, and if it doesn't work, then they'll go from there. And depending on what happens at second base, Arias is playing second base too. I think they're keeping their options with all of it, but he's passing the test and then some. Especially that play he made at shortstop. It was almost magical yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever it was, when Andrew Monasterio misplayed the same ball and Arias just made a friggin' nasty play on it. Looked as smooth as possible.
I wouldn't hate getting Monasterio some looks in left. Like, I really wouldn't. I know Roman's coming back and all this, but you have DH opening up all this. Like, we have some flexibility positionally right now. I would hate losing Monasterio's bat while it's still hot. I know they're not getting him out of there immediately. I'm sure Story needs a little bit more ramp up time in the minors. I don't think it's going to be an Adley, like get one game and you're right up. Like, I can't imagine that's what they're going to do with TS10.
I'm telling you, I don't know what was pushing the Red Sox to do this, because clearly Harold Rivas was tied to the day he came back. I don't know. I would have given Adley at least 3 or 4 more days. Not only is he not doing much, but clearly you had to give up more depending on when you did call him up. But they did this with Adley and they did this with Romy. Be very careful about Trevor Story and Roman Anthony, IKF, whatever, man. Just like, as long as he can come up and field. No disrespect to him, but like, as long as he's fielding, I'm not begging for the bat. And I have questions, hopefully it looks like it did before he went on the IL where he was swinging harder than ever. I'd love that.
That's what got him on the IL. I can't imagine he's going to do that again.
I don't know. I don't know how he's going to pace himself. I'm curious, but they need to give these guys some real time down there because it's already blown up in their face twice this year. Do not continue to do this stupid logic of 2 games and you think a guy's ready to jump right back in.
I'm a little shocked how negative the rest of the fan base I've seen. Obviously, I'm not polling every single fan, but I'm shocked at how negative people are about Story. Like that.
Me too.
Historically has been my job, and everyone yells at me for doing it. So like it's not like if we were scoring like 11 runs a game and just blowing everyone out and playing perfect defense, I would completely understand. And I think the Red Sox wouldn't even be talking about him. But I am a little shocked. Like, we're struggling. Monasterio can't field at all. He can move to second. I know Arias is coming, and I'm excited about that as well. But like, I'm shocked people are just like completely out on seeing Story again. Like, again, that's been me for 4.5 years. Now I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, what is he going to, he's not going to make things worse. Knock on wood.
Keep in mind, like last year, and it felt like there were, when he got hot and he did those last 4 months, that has just disappeared in like everybody's brain. They've just deleted it. And I don't know if it was and I was one of them. I clung to Trevor Story year after year. When I got to June 1st last year, I was like, man, I don't know if I have it anymore. Like, I can't back it. It looks that bad right now. But when you talk about what he did over those last 4 months, he was the most consistent hitter on the team. That's what he was all the way through that. And in the playoffs, he was one of the few guys that actually did show up, that went out there and did something power-wise. So right now where you don't really have a solution there and you got to pay him anyways, I know up until the middle of May, it was really ugly. If you get anything that resembles what those 4 months, if he's a league average bat with some power and okay defense, I think that goes a long way. But I'm willing to see what happens. Let him go play it out. He went 1 for 2 today. First at bat, 9 pitches, flew out to center. Second, he shot a ball into left field, and he was facing Spencer Arrighetti, so it's like a major league caliber arm. But yeah, the way people are just like, fuck Trevor Story, it is a little jarring to me. You don't at least want to see it at this point.
It's all recency bias stuff. It's all what they've seen recently.
Is it less of like, I don't want to see Story and more of, I would like to see Franklin Arias instead?
I think that's part of it. A little bit of it is I want Trevor Story to get smoked by a car on his way to Fenway. Like, that's how Twitter is reading. Like, if you tweet out, go look at my Trevor Story tweets today. Like, there's nothing in there that even is like, fuck yeah, Trevor Story's back. Every comment's like, stop threatening me. I don't want to see this shit. Go another way. I do think a lot of people have Arias fever, but at the same time, these are the same people who say they're sick of prospects and they don't want to hear about them anymore.
There's also a benefit to looking at the roster right now and seeing guys are just banged up everywhere. Like, you can they're wearing it too. Just the looks on these dudes' faces, like every game. Don's a great example. Chucking his helmet, barking at umps. You don't see Don do that when he had Wilson need to like put his arm over him. And I think that was game 2. So guys are wearing it. And from Trevor's perspective, like, yeah, he's got to do the rehab and all that, but his body hasn't taken that wear and tear over the course of these last couple of months. Understandably, he was playing earlier in the year. So I don't know. I think it's to write him off is silly to expect a lot is also silly. So you got to kind of live somewhere in the middle here where it's like, let's be optimistic, see what happens. I do agree, though, Jerry. I think the Arias part plays a big role in it where we fall in love with these prospects and for good reason most of the time. But let's understand that Trevor Story was the king of ketchup last year, and this guy was just on an absolute tear. And to think that that's not still in there or the potential's not still in there is silly.
As much as that did happen last year, I said it coming into the year. Last year was not his first year with the Red Sox. So it's not like he had been this career great with the Red Sox. It's mostly been like this year's been, to those people's defense.
Going into
the majority
last
of his
year, though,
Sox
it had
career,
been way longer since we saw Trevor Story be even a decent baseball player.
Right.
Even if you go back to 2022 and it was like league average bat, and that's what his season ended up ultimately being.
And at second.
Yes, at second. He went to shortstop, and while the metrics weren't great, I felt like most people were higher via the eye test, that he was at least making the routine plays there. But you've seen it more recently than you did with Trevor Story going into last year. And this was a move. People were happy that Trevor Story was opting in. We were celebrating. People were like, that's positive. We're happy that he's
I think it was
locking in
also
here.
the way in which he did it. It was like season ended, he went into Cora's office and
Let's
was like,
go.
I'm fucking coming back. It
Yeah,
wasn't
people
like,
right now
will
would
he,
say,
won't
fuck
he?
that.
Cora said,
I
I'm
understand. I understand that. But I think it was badass how he did it. He was like,
Good
the Red
luck,
Sox
buddy.
got eliminated. He walked into the office and was like, I'm fucking coming back. You don't have to worry. I'm not going to dick around with this. At the time, people were like, yeah, that's cool. That's sick that he did that. And it quickly became, goddamn, why did he do that?
Yeah, the Red Sox were like, fuck.
It's also because every other team saw a lot of the data from last year and there was a lot of flukiness. At least underneath the hood, if we're going to have the Cedon Rafaela conversation that's existed, Trevor Story, Savant Page, at least in terms of hitting, resembled that.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on him. I know that much. He's not going to have a leash. I know a lot of guys come back and say, hey, give him some time. He needs to get his feet under him and all that. He's going to have to perform pretty quickly, honestly, if anybody
Which is
expects
not
him to have
his
big
thing,
at-bats.
by the way.
That's not at all. No, he normally needs time to get warmed up and all that.
Time.
It's a recipe for disaster, if we're being honest. But he's got the chance. And I almost felt bad. He's answering questions in Worcester about Arias. And it's I know what you guys are doing. You're basically just trying to get quotes out of me about my replacement. And I don't really want to talk about this, but he's a pro's pro and handled it great. But again, that just overemphasizes this kid's pretty close to ready. And your Sox tenure has been mostly this. It's been coming back from injury. So obviously people are going to lean towards the thing they haven't seen versus what they've seen from you, which is a lot of time in the dugout as the bench coach, basically.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm a catch-22 here because I think that he should get the opportunity. I'm a firm believer that Trevor Story should get the opportunity to take back his position. I just don't think he has enough time.
Yeah.
I don't think he has enough time to get going to give fans the confidence that this is the right choice.
How much of the sports hernia impacted the player he was?
Sure.
Even that, it's he didn't always have a sports hernia and was bad before too. So that's where the catch-22 comes in again. But it's I do think because second is also not claimed by anyone, I don't know that he should be viewing it as I need to be a shortstop. If he wants to contribute, then the middle infield is open for the taking from whoever wants it.
We know Craig Breslow in the front office, going back to the Julian McWilliams piece, we're not big believers in Trevor Story, so they should operate with that same mindset going into the next 6 weeks or so. That's it. If it doesn't show and it doesn't look like he's ready, then cool. We're trying to win playoff games, so you can't stay with that. But why not try every option you have right now?
Yeah.
We'll see. I got really distracted. Last night I saw that someone cut the clip of Alex Spear talking about the Franklin Arias chances of getting called up and being on a playoff roster, and I was like, "Oh, perfect!" And then I played it, and I don't know a word he said. I just because I think it started off they were talking about something else, and then whenever they got to the point, I was like, I tuned out. I wasn't listening.
Hell yeah.
It didn't stand out to me, whatever it was.
Okay.
If it didn't stand out as notable to T, then I don't even know if he addressed the topic.
Yeah, he didn't even say anything.
He's never even heard of Franklin Arias.
Red Sox lose 8-4.
They did.
Jake Bennett is not concerned with Jake Bennett. What's that face, T?
Red Sox are clearly concerned about something.
You know, this is an audio medium, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That was such a toss to you, T. That was very much like
No, I think the Red Sox are concerned about Jake Bennett. I think that's
not
really
what
it is.
That's not what I asked.
Well, what was your question directly?
Jake Bennett is not concerned with Jake Bennett?
And I said, well, the Red Sox are.
Okay, but can you acknowledge that Jake Bennett has said that he's not concerned about his workload?
Yeah, I heard him.
I mean, what's he going to say, though? What's he going to say?
Exactly. He can't say, dude, I'm feeling it. Like, I'm gassed.
Yes,
like,
he can.
I don't
no,
think
he
would.
cannot.
He can't say I'm gassed, but he can be like, yeah, I'm adjusting to, a new career high in innings. Or he can say something that's indirectly saying I'm a little tired.
He's not a guy either who kind of reveals a lot. Like, you could tell he knows what he's doing in front of the mic, but he's not going to give you the most info.
A lot of years to practice.
True. It's a guy who's 35 innings over where he was last year. And I think the confusing thing for a lot of people is, you immediately look at the velocity, and it was up 0.8 miles per hour on the four-seamer, changeup, and sinker, up 1.2 on the sweeper. The command really the command as a whole is not in a good place. The changeup got smoked in this game, middle. But if I'm kind of looking at Bennett and questioning things right now, Bennett's biggest skill is that ability to put baseballs in the perfect spot. The changeup that starts at the bottom of the zone and falls out of it, he's coming nowhere close to that. He hadn't given up a single extra base hit on that changeup going into that A's start. First one was a double from Jacob Wilson. In this start, he ends up giving up 4 hits off of it. And it was the pitch that the Pirates are ready to jump on. And I don't think he's diversifying his arsenal enough. I think he's falling a little into that Peyton Tolley hole from the past as well. Up 13% on the four-seamer in this start, up 9% on the changeup, down 13% on the sinker, down 1% on the sweeper. He's operating with just those 2 pitches. I don't think it's the right approach. I think it makes the changeup pretty easy to sit on, and we know his fastball is nothing special if it's not playing well with the entire arsenal.
Do you think that's a team strategy, though, if they're concerned about his innings? Let's take spin out of this one and see if we can get by?
It's an interesting question, honestly.
Thank you.
I don't know. I can't tell you. To me, it feels like those are more of his binkies and what he's comfortable with as a whole. I think especially those are the 2 pitches he's had the most success with, but maybe it is a comfort thing.
It's tough for a guy that they were already asking a decent amount of him. And the second you trade Connolly early, it's all right, you got 2 rookie lefties now that you love, which is great. And I think a lot of us do, but the expectation that he was just going to be great the rest of the season is a massive expectation. The biggest thing I'm noticing, obviously, and T, you alluded to it, but he's just not going deep into games. He averaged about 7 innings pitched per start in July, and now it's 5 innings pitched per start in August. And for a bullpen that's already got guys going down and already thrown more innings than most bullpens in Major League Baseball, you're just in a tough spot right now when he's going up there. You're basically, how many guys right now do you feel great about in the rotation? It's Tolley and Gray.
That's the problem. And that's why I think when people graded the trade deadline, I wasn't willing to go to an A or really even a B+ because of those concerns, because I thought the rotation deserved more attention than it did at that time. And they clearly felt confident, like Tyler Uberstein, who would have been one of the more last ditch options they could have went to down there. Not an option. You flip him for Eli White. Eduardo Rivera goes down. It's really Blake Wehunt and John Holubitz down at AAA. And I wouldn't put either of those guys in the Tolley or early, break glass kind of situation you were in a year ago. Watch John Holubitz today, and while the fastball plays, did not look ready to make a big league start by any means. And I think for Bennett, this was the first time he didn't go 5 innings in a start in his entire big league career. But you have 3 earned runs in 5 straight starts, 4 earned runs in each of the last 2. If he doesn't have his command, he's going to have a problem. And I just don't think velocity is always the sign of a pitcher who may be tiring a little bit. And they're adjusting the pitching plan to that.
T, you're talking about the deadline and grading the deadline and whatnot. A guy that's at the head of the deadline for the Red Sox, his name's Craig Breslow. Where do you think he's at on Kalshi for Executive of the Year winner percentage chance? Craig Breslow.
I bet it's taken a bit of a hit over the last week. Give me like 38%.
Not bad. It's gone up 8%, but it's 30.
Ooh.
30%. Second best odds behind Chris Getz with the White Sox. Ben Sherrington is third at 15%. Just seeing this now and comparing to where we were at early in the year is pretty crazy that that's even, an option that Breslow would be getting an award at the end of the year. But yeah, interesting. What do you think, Jerry?
I think it's interesting. It was interesting at the All-Star game when it was all Breslow guys that were going to Philly. And, people wanted him fired. Not even that wanted him fired. There were reports that he was a dead man walking. Very credible reports that he was going to be fired at the end of the year, if not before that. And to go from that to maybe executive of the year, which I don't know. You could say Chris Getz, executive of the year. It's more like Will Venable, manager of the year. What? I'm not saying that I'm not saying that Will Venable deserves manager of the year more than Chad Tracy does, but I'm saying that the White Sox case is more like they're successful. Not they didn't you want credit for Murakami? What do you want credit for?
Definitely. You should get a ton of credit for
the rest of the
Murakami.
league didn't want him,
I guess. But it's one guy. Whereas
that
Breslow,
team has been built on
Breslow had
deals.
to sign guys, trade for multiple dudes, and at the time was getting pretty heavily criticized for some of the trades that he was making that all panned out pretty much.
Chris Getz got criticized all winter for making trades for guys he didn't know what hand they hit with.
Right. So
There
he
are a
should
lot
get
of
credit
people.
for that.
But there are a lot of people that were completely out on Getz, and look at what
sure.
the team has done this year. I think they deserve as much attention, and he deserves as much
And
attention.
he was
as Craig
dealing
Breslow does.
we complain about the spend here. Benintendi's their biggest free agent signing ever.
Yeah.
They get to complain.
Still crazy.
Yeah, they get to complain for sure. He's done a decent job.
I'm not saying he's done a bad job. I just don't think he's done a better job than Breslow. I think Breslow took way bigger risks and they paid off. Signing Murakami
Sometimes.
wasn't some massive risk. It's either he's going to hit a ton of home runs or he's still going to be someone that garners interest from the Japanese baseball market. People are still going to pay attention to the White Sox because he was there.
He's also working with way less. Craig Breslow can go out there and dish out real ass contracts and do stuff like that. They got to settle for someone like Murakami, who nobody in the league was willing to put their balls on the table for.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of
It's
stuff
also a
that they got to
2-year
pick
deal.
out.
It's not like they did.
No,
some
but they
big
went and
contract.
gave him the opportunity, and it has looked incredible. Miguel Vargas, are we going to give him credit for Miguel Vargas?
Is what I was going to talk about. That. Those are the kind of deals you start building a team around. Even everyone, my draw's been awesome.
Incredible.
You know what I mean? He didn't just get one with Teal hasn't because he's been hurt, but Montgomery's been up. He hasn't been lighting the world on fire. So it's very easy for them to look oh man, this trade hasn't worked out. But my draw's been so good, they get to wait for the other two actual pieces of that deal.
I'll give him credit for mine.
And some of Breslow's things that he had to cover up were completely self-inflicted.
I think a guy like Tristan Peters and what he's provided for them this year, absolute scrap heap guy. They pulled out of nowhere for the role he's playing for them has been massive. I think Chris Getz has plenty to kind of throw his name on this year.
And
Even that rotation.
I don't hate your Venables point, but he's got to be the favorite there too, isn't he? For manager of the year in the AL?
Yeah, I think it's between him and Tracy right now.
Yeah, so I think one team, to your point, one team should get one, the other team should get the other. I don't really care who gets what. Actually, yeah, I don't really care who gets what. T, do you
I
think
agree with that.
Do you think Paez could get a call?
I'd be surprised if they were that
He's
aggressive.
in AAA. He's already pitched in the majors this year for the aforementioned White Sox.
Eduardo Rivera, man, didn't even get a chance to have a glass of water before he came up. I think
glass of water is
he
crazy.
He did it. It was, dude, he arrived to Worcester and they're like, buddy, to the big leagues you go.
There was no time to boil coffee.
Yeah,
No,
this guy did not have a Diet Coke when he was
No.
Angel Bastardo, to me, is the name that I feel like deserves the opportunity. And I know he got roughed up in his last outing, but someone who's taken some pretty big steps in terms of control.
For sure.
Command, you can have some different questions about just because he's been giving up homers during this streak. But if you're looking for high-end stuff that, you know, maybe you get in the big leagues and it catches fire, he's probably the one, especially as they continue to get guys to throw strikes. Eric Miller, Chapman, Guerrero, go down the list. Yeah, I'd give Bastardo some run at this point, and they have open 40-man spots. I just think they're in this very weird spot right now where they have 3 guys who are going to be coming off the 60 who are going to need 40-man spots. Then there's the whole conversation of the Tanner Houks and the Johan Oviedos, and now those guys are more important than ever. Well, when they come off, they're going to need 40-man spots as well. How are you kind of orchestrating all of this? Because sooner than later, some guys are probably going to get moved that make you a little bit uncomfortable.
I mean, your guy, Ray Burgos,
Get out.
he's out. Brett Harris, like, see you later. Alec Gamboa, you're out of here too, pal. Chang's probably out of here if IKF gets healthy or if they elevate Arias, you know what I mean? Mickey Gasper, who is like, I think they just need to cut him. Like, that, he can't be an option anymore. He can't be like an option that they go to. And it seems like a nice enough guy, but he's just like really bad at professional baseball. Like, he's fine in AAA, really good in AAA, bad at MLB baseball.
Yeah, I think there's guys you can move. It'll just be more uncomfortable because they've all, you know, at certain points given you some real production, but those are going to be the floor guys, the quadruple A players they have to move off of. And it's okay to erase some of that depth because that's stuff you can replace with minor league deals going into the next year. But that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah.
How about some Rusey's thoughts? Rusey's rants.
Rusey rants.
Like 5 seconds to get my headphones because they're charging.
Yeah, get your headphones, Rusey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respond to Steve Buckley saying he hated your take from last week.
Honestly, no, because everybody, give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna give you 5 seconds.
She needs 5 seconds,
with my
guys.
take.
Please.
Yeah, just
Okay.
5. Yeah, put 5 on the clock, please.
Yep.
All right, 1,
I already
2,
counted them out. We're
All right,
3. Oh,
there we go.
wow.
Oh,
Look at this.
all right. I never said I don't want them, right? I never said that. I just don't want them to come back and like not be at their full potential.
Sure.
Jared said it. Slow start.
Yeah.
I don't need a slow start at the end of the season.
No.
That's it.
What about Roman though?
Same thing. Slow start beginning of this season.
That's also true. Somewhat. I mean, I don't know how.
Somewhat.
Like last year, he didn't get red hot immediately.
No.
he was walking a lot and people were furious.
Yeah.
And the Savant page was glowing during that
It was.
stretch.
Sure. Yeah, not unfair. Do you have any rants for this week, Rusey?
So, do I have a fucking rant? The amount of times, okay, I have gone out this whole summer, but really these past 2 weeks, to places that claim they are sports bars.
Uh-huh.
And guess what they don't have on?
Sports.
The sports.
The audio of the goddamn game.
Oh, we want audio.
I want audio.
Yeah.
I was at fucking Yard House. Of all places, I thought, oh, you know what's a solid place? Yard House. I could go there, can listen to the game. What was the rule in Toronto, whatever like new rule we discovered with the 4th out? What's that law, right?
T?
I'm watching this with no context. I have no idea what's going on. And even people who said they were listening to the game and they were still like, I had no clue. Imagine how I felt. I was like Helen Keller. I was like, I can't hear. I can barely see the game right now. Like, it was egregious.
Rest in peace.
So I had Yard RIP. Pour one out for her. Okay.
She balled.
Huge inspiration. Yard House
Was she?
is a bust. For me personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mean to
I can't-
speak on your
okay.
personal idols.
Tits, no audio. Tits is a no audio place.
I
Isn't
did
that
not
nuts?
realize that. Which one did
went
you go to?
for-
What location?
So I had been to both the one across the street from TD Garden, and then I went to a New Hampshire Fisher Cats game against the Portland Sea Dogs. The same night the White Sox, Red Sox went into 13 innings. I go to watch the rest of the game at Tits, no audio.
No audio.
No audio for that game? Are you kidding me?
I'm trying to think of like what bars that we've been to or have frequented are audio. I feel like audio at a bar is rare.
I don't think most have it, honestly. It
Most
feels like
don't have it.
If we're being honest, I think it's like a postseason thing. That's postseason ball to get the audio. You almost need like a big time game and not just one of 162. It also feels like a proximity to the ball yard thing, just in terms of like higher odds of there being audio for the game. Like you almost need to be visible or within like eyesight of Fenway Park for them to do or even consider doing the audio at the bar. But I don't hate to take Rusey. I just don't know, like Jerry's saying, which places do at this point.
Well, another take. Dylan's right on Boylston doesn't have audio. That's a stone's throw from the park.
Yeah.
I went to
multiple games though, right? Different games, so it's not like just the Sox.
These are all different. No, nothing. We asked the waitress at Dylan's. We were like, hey, can we get the Red Sox audio on? This was on Wednesday when they were doing their little fake comeback in the 9th against the Blue Jays. And I was like,
cute.
Okay, cuteness, right? Oh, sorry, we only have the audio for like World Cup.
Yeah, they're big time games for the audio. I was saying like, so you have multiple games on the screens though, right? So it's like, I think they don't want to take priority for one of them sometimes. I'm not fully agreeing with the bars. Yeah, okay.
No, it's been a mix of like, there are certain bars I go to and it's just a Red Sox game on, like Dylan's only has it on their patio and it's just the one big screen. You're not playing music outside. I'm like, there's zero audio outside. Just put the game audio on. You want to try to grow the game of baseball. You're in Boston while the Sox are heating up and like you're going to keep it silent. I don't want to listen to fucking Pink Pony Club. I want to listen to fucking OB right now. It drove me up a wall.
I don't think anyone's ever said that line. I like that.
Yeah, OB over Sabrina Carpenter.
Any day of the week.
So when I lived in the Fenway area in 2022, I mean, this was more of an indictment on the team itself, but I'm not going to throw any Fenway bars under the bus or nothing. But there would be times that I would go to Fenway bar / restaurants that were like a literal, you could spit out the front door and hit Fenway, and they wouldn't even have the Red Sox on at that establishment when like the Red Sox were on the road. I mean, obviously, I don't even think that matters, but like if the Red Sox are on the road, like I'm literally looking out the window at Fenway and the game's not on here. Like, it was crazy, man.
Rusey, I thought that's where you were going. I thought that's where this was going the whole time, that like a bar that's close to Fenway that doesn't have the game on, because that's a problem.
No,
obviously, you need the game to be on.
Yeah.
Loco, I've been to Loco. Game has been playing, not the game on. Okay, game on. There was a time I went to game on, didn't have the actual fucking game on. Isn't that the whole name of the bar?
They gotta have the game
Isn't
on.
that the whole point?
They need it on.
Bad.
That's false advertisement.
Bad. I'm like, guys, we love you, but like, you gotta love us back.
You gotta have the game on.
You gotta have the game on at game on.
I don't want to go to game off. I need to go to game on.
Gotta go to game on.
Gotta go to game on. So
what do they have on?
Not the game.
Yeah,
it
something
was
else.
like a
No
Dodgers
game.
game. They literally had a Dodgers
so they
game.
had a game on.
Yeah, different game on.
But it
That's
wasn't
how they
like,
get you. That's
wasn't
fucking
like
how they get you.
assholes. They're
the game
contributing to
on.
the fucking lockout. I can't deal with this propaganda.
Yeah.
Game on. That's
A game on.
We didn't say the game on. We said a game on.
We have a game on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get some with a blindfold every day. Like, we're going with this game. We're going with this one.
We're doing this. I mean, there's always that
Royals.
layer of it too, where like there's a lot of bartenders that look like they've never changed the channel on a TV in their entire life, and it's like, I would argue that's the first thing you need to say you're good at, like knowing what channels are even, Fox, ESPN, the big ones, CBS for NFL Sundays. You got to know these, or else you shouldn't even have that job to begin with. Like, anyone can make a vodka lemonade. You got to know what the channels are.
Right.
It has to be like point number 1 on your resume.
Exactly.
When you're going to be a bartender.
Good with the clicker.
Know how to work a TV.
I think they like it that way. Like, they like being like, we're only here to make the drinks. Like, I've never even seen a remote control. Like, I think that's what the managers prefer. Like, I don't want you dealing with the fucking TVs. Like, you do this.
They're like, what's the issue? There's a game on. Like, that's what we told you. You can't change it.
Did we lie? Or like, am I missing something?
The New Zealand Breakers are playing the Auckland Kangaroos. What aren't you seeing here?
It's on.
The
It's on. It's a game that's on.
is on.
It's a good one, Bruce.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That really pissed me off this week. Like,
I'm sorry.
the amount of times I went out to dinner and I was like, all right, let me pick a place where, you know, I can like entertain people, but then also, you know, constantly look up and watch the game. I could watch it, couldn't really understand what was happening.
I feel like
half the time.
I feel like I've been in the Game On basement for like a Bruins playoff game before where they had like a DJ. So like the Bruins would score and then they would do the goal horn in Game On and then play like the goal song in the basement.
I will give Game On
That's
credit.
fun.
Like they're
Playoffs.
pretty good with the audio.
Yeah.
Like when for big games. Like we were there for Game 7 Celtics Sixers, and in commercials they're doing music, and then the game is back on and they have the game audio. So I give them credit for that. But yeah, I think they lean more for like the big games and not just one of 162.
Maybe that's just a me problem. Maybe I'm just like, I care too much about a baseball game and like on August 1st.
Maybe partially, but like the
else
Toronto
does.
thing mattered. Like if you just saw the visual, it'd be like, what the hell are they doing? This is
I was
going on
so
for 15
confused.
minutes? Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
Well, you're looking.
I even like, there are even times where like they're like panning back and forth to a player in the dugout and I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? I want to know. I have FOMO. Like, that's my problem. Yeah. I hate it.
Sounds like you're looking for like a veterans post. That's what you're looking for. Like a VFW. They'll definitely have the audio on.
Big time.
I need to go find one of those in Boston.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They can't stop you in places.
I'll go scope them out. Go watch a game there. But that was my rant for the week. Just, you know, 4 different places in 1 week. No audio.
Where typically does have audio for?
I would love to know.
Yeah,
I would love to know.
Told you.
If you're a bar owner, if you're a bar owner, and you're doing 162 audio, like literal 162 audio, let us know.
I feel like that could be a Section 10 bar thing.
This is where we need to get Pat Light Investment involved.
We have audio. That's going to be our big thing.
162
audio on.
Audio on.
Audio.
Audio on. A bar presented by Section 10.
Wow.
Fleming's. It's called Fleming's,
I like that.
which already is an establishment, so maybe they'd have a problem with that.
We just run
We'll
his
sue
calls
them.
constantly. He's just yelling the entire time. Yeah.
Love that. It's a good idea.
Fleming's.
Yeah.
I like it, but he's 2 M's. Is the other one 1 M? Can we get away with that?
Possible. Yeah, the other one is 1M. So yeah.
Yeah, we got 2. We're totally different.
We just
There we go.
fucking
We're
smoked
totally
them.
good.
Yep. Bang. Puts it up.
Put them
Bang.
out of business.
Yep.
Those idiots.
Rusey, you have any thoughts on the Sox right now?
This series made me upset.
That's probably a quote card.
That's it.
Yeah. That's how I
was
feel
sad.
too.
And I hate it. Like, okay, wasn't there a game a couple weeks ago? I think it was Orioles Phillies. It was like top 6 and the Phillies were up 8-0 and there was a rain delay and they're just like, just fucking call the game.
Yeah.
Why didn't we do that today? Like, if Connor Wong never happened, they should have just done that today.
I'm still trying to figure out if they can, but I think they can. And the reason why they didn't is because they thought they're coming back. You're not coming
That's
back.
it.
Everyone knew that game was over.
But Chad Tracy could never look those guys in the clubhouse and be like, hey, we're giving up on you the final 3 innings.
Yeah.
You guys know it. We know it. This thing's over. Let's just call this thing.
Go home.
Which, like, 2 weeks ago wasn't the case. It would have been like, oh, you guys are down 4 runs. All right. How are we going to make it happen? I wouldn't lose faith. Now it's this whole, okay, now we're reverting back to the beginning of the season where it's like, fuck, we're down 2 runs. It's over.
This
I'm
is
like,
this is
when
why I
did that
miss
happen
reporting
again?
during the day because we'd be able to call the rules department right now.
Very true. It's been a minute.
I know. I don't think they've got to be
Upsetting.
closed.
Oh, yeah. 10:30 on a Sunday night. No chance.
Yeah.
They need to have a 24-hour hotline.
See? These are all good ideas.
Thanks. That's what I'm here for.
Rusey, you have any final thought?
I like Franklin Arias. I would like to see him in Boston. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too.
I'm ready for Fenway Frank.
Yeah.
Fenway Frank.
Fenway Frank.
Fenway
Pretty
Frank.
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
I like
not
that a lot.
bad. That's
yeah, I
not
like that. I do like
Coley
that.
immediately
I'm
leaned
gonna-
up like, hey, not bad. Not bad.
I'm taking shirts. Like I can't
I
imagine.
know, that's
I can't
where I'm
imagine
going.
anyone involved in the legal departments would enjoy that
No.
shirt, but I
No
would.
issue with that one.
Yeah.
That was great.
Wow.
So
Fenway Franklin.
Fenway Franklin,
Yeah, that could play.
that would rock.
If anyone steals that, people are gonna steal that.
Franklin, I think of the turtle.
Yeah, but do a combo deal.
What if we did Fenway
shirt.
Franklin and it's a turtle eating a hot dog?
Yes.
That's a very
Yes.
us type
Yes.
of shirt. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of got the main bear to it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. I mean,
Give me
I
all
don't
of
know
them.
that like is Nickelodeon still perusing for bootleg Franklin the Turtle shirts? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know that they own every turtle named Franklin. He definitely
Right.
didn't eat any hot dogs on that show.
No.
No.
chance.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, we might as well just put a Red Sox hat on him.
MLB logo in the
Yeah.
corner. Like, whatever, dude.
Just holding up the World Series trophy.
Players Association logo.
Next thing you know, MLBPA is making Fenway Franklin t-shirts.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time.
Someone is gonna steal that. We just have to do it. We just have to do it the best.
Just make it tonight and get them out before this episode airs.
We just start ripping Fenway Franklin shirts, and everyone's like, "What? The turtle?
Where did this come from?
Yeah. Why?
It says Fenway Frank on the front and then Lynn really small on the back.
Can't get us for this.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
All right.
All right.
I guess. Are we gonna see? We're gonna see you at Fenway at all this week or no?
I'll be there tomorrow.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be lucky enough to be graced by the presence of our lucky listener tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we
we got
tomorrow's
like-
game 1. Yeah, game 1 of 4. We're doing 5. 4.
Four.
We're doing 4. Yeah.
I'll be in the bleachers.
There you
Okay.
go.
My favorite place on earth.
You do love the bleachers.
I do love the bleachers.
It matches the Rusey vibes. Big time.
Yeah. You
Does.
definitely are a bleacher entity.
Mhm.
I'm a bleacher rat.
Yeah.
I'm a rat for the. Okay.
For the
All right.
bleach.
Maybe I'll be turned.
I was like, where was that one going? I'm a rat for that bleach. It's like, all
I'm a
right.
rat. I'm a rat.
She's just like, okay.
Love it there.
All right.
Okay, that's
Okay.
going nowhere. We'll see it.
All right.
We'll see you
All right. We'll
right.
see you tomorrow. Or
See you tomorrow.
Today? Yeah. Okay.
today.
That's Rusey.
All right.
Follow her on Twitter.
Always a pleasure.
We need to figure out your fucking.
I need it.
Yeah, we need to figure out the handle. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
I don't know because I don't like. I've been workshopping. I don't like anything else, so I'm just gonna keep it for now.
For now,
But-
that's fine.
For now, it's an interim.
like-
Call me Chad Tracy Twitter.
When I was down the Cape with Steve on Saturday, we were talking about how his Twitter handle when he first came on was like Peralt1
underscore,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. See, like, and now he's Steve underscore Peralt. Like,
Mhm.
we've gotta find something.
Gotta just be.
Yeah.
I gotta do
Yeah,
something.
We're gonna work on that.
I'll be Rusey with 10 Ys.
See,
Rusey.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that.
We're gonna hand you over
I
to our
wouldn't do that.
branding department, which is just
Mhm.
Steve.
Yes.
Steve.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great.
Good
All
stuff,
right.
Bruce.
All right.
See you tomorrow,
at Fenway.
gentlemen.
All right.
Bye.
You're out of your fucking mind. Whoosh. I got the sunglasses on right now, and I it's for a reason. These dancing, hard to see. Down here, the Florida sun, Jerry, it's a hazard with it bouncing off of this going up. People getting blinded all over the place. And I can only thank my pals over at GLD because you know how baseball players get super particular about their gear? Their glove has to feel right. The cleats have to feel right. The bat has to feel right. Once you find something you love, it becomes part of your everyday lineup. And that's exactly how I feel about my chain from GLD. You've already got your go-to kicks, your favorite hoodie, that fitted hat you wear nonstop. But most guys, most fellas out there are still missing the finishing piece, and that is your chain. That's where GLD comes in. GLD makes the kind of pieces that become part of your everyday lineup, not something you only wear once in a while, just clean, quality jewelry that instantly upgrades your fit the second you toss it on. Once you add a GLD chain to your rotation, it's game over. And this isn't the cheap stuff. You idiots, you buffoons, you dolts. GLD uses real gold. Every stone is hand set. The quality is on a completely different level. You can see it immediately, and you definitely feel it when you put it on. I say it every time because it's true. It's the first thing you notice. It's a girthy fella. Like it's sitting here. It's not a dainty little piece. This sits real heavy. And if you're a baseball fan, one of the coolest parts of their lineup is the officially licensed MLB collection. They've got pendants, chains, bracelets, even shoelace charms featuring official team logos. So whether you're not reading the first one, Dodgers fan, Cubs fan, Padres fan, Red Sox fan, or whoever you rep, they've got your team covered. Honestly, it's one of the cleanest ways to support your team without looking like you're headed straight to the stadium. And outside of the MLB collection, GLD has everything you need to build out your everyday lineup too, from classic chains and bracelets to pendants and even some watches. This isn't just hype. It's not. GLD has over 2 million customers, more than 50,000 5-star reviews, and has been worn by names like Justin Bieber, Malik Neighbors, Micah Parsons, Coley Mick, ASAP Rocky, and plenty more. The best part, I'd argue everything I've said is the best part. They just keep hammering you with best parts. Every single piece is guaranteed for life. So if you're trying to level up your style this summer or just want a clean way to rep your team this season, GLD is the move. Level up your lineup with GLD. For a limited time only, new customers are getting an insane deal. Use code SECTION10 to get 40% off at GLD.com. That's 40% off with code SECTION10 at GLD.com after your purchase. They're going to ask where you heard about them. Please, for the love of God, support our show and tell them that our show sent you.
You want to learn more about Quo, you said? Well, you came to the right place. You ever realize how many customers probably slipped through the cracks because nobody got back to them fast enough? I was trying to get a quote from a company recently, sent them a message, never heard back, and eventually I just went with the first place that actually responded. That's exactly the problem Quo is built to solve. Quo is the modern business phone system that helps your team stay connected with customers without all the chaos. Calls, texts, voicemails, it's all in one place so your team can see what's going on, respond faster, and make sure important conversations don't get lost in the shuffle. And with features like shared numbers, call routing, automated responses, and AI-powered call summaries, Quo makes it a whole lot easier to manage customer communication as your business grows. Because when somebody reaches out to your business, they're probably reaching out to somebody else too. Being the company that actually responds can make all the difference. So stop letting missed calls and messages turn into missed opportunities. Go to quo.com/section10 and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/section10. That's 10 for 20% off your first 6 months. Back to the 10. Wow. Red Sox win 4-0.
Yep.
What did Sonny Gray have going for him, T?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked. I think for Sonny Gray, the whiffs were up compared to last start. That was kind of the difference. 9 of them, 5 on the sweeper, 2 on the sinker, 1 on the 4-seamer. Velocity, it was about the same. Nothing too crazy there, but he was pounding the zone like he usually does. 69% first pitch strike percentage, 65% strike percentage overall. Very efficient. Only had 1 inning, which was the 5th, where he threw 20 pitches or more. And yeah, I think this was just classic Sonny Gray. He now has a 0.95 ERA and a 2.71 FIP in 3 starts this month. 5 different starts this season of at least 7 innings. 17 to 23 have been at least 6 innings. And now where he stands in this, I guess, American League conversation, because some people want to see him get a shot at the Cy Young. It's the 9th lowest ERA of any starter in baseball, 4th lowest in the AL. Still only tied for 23rd in terms of the most valuable pitcher in baseball at 2.6 FWAR. a lot of that is because of his FIP, which if you look at F4, that's how they handle a lot of that stuff. The FIP's in the mid threes while his ERA exists. And I think it's 265 right now. I believe it was JP who had the stat. Gray is the fastest Red Sox pitcher to reach 15 wins in a season since Pedro Martinez in 1998. But yeah, I think this was just vintage Sonny Gray of going out there and a little bit more whiff, so it's not as much soft contact, but just really efficient overall.
And he's not getting tired.
No.
That's good. Sonny Gray has been everything that the Red Sox have hoped that he would be, but like also so much more.
Yep.
And this is the first time he reached 15 wins in his career, yeah?
It is. Yeah, first time ever.
Done it 3 times previously.
He's got
14, 15, 25.
He's got a month to go. He's 15-3, dude.
It's ridiculous. He's been great.
He's got a month and a half to go, and he's 15-3. Could we see a fucking 20 fucking game winner?
Easily. At this point, yeah. Big time.
Could he win
First one
20?
since what? Porcello?
Yeah.
Big porch.
T, is he going to do it?
He could get there, man. It's just, you look at so far this year in terms of quality starts, he gives you almost one every single time. It's 16 this year. Only 3 pitchers have more. He's going to put you in a position to do it every 5 days. And good for Sonny Gray, man. It's just been an extremely impressive year. And the fact that people are even talking about his $30 million option, I think says where we're at.
I'm not.
He's basically going to get like 5 wins and 7 starts. He's going to get around like 7 starts the rest of the way. So he's got to stack up a good amount, but still impressive he's gotten to this point.
You see that picture I just sent you guys?
What do you got?
Yeah, check that.
Hate it.
Nah, that's a good pick.
No, it's not a pick at all. It's the problem.
You made that, right?
I am a photo editor.
Okay.
This gives me nightmares.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Pick. Today's game, I have no thoughts.
No.
I feel like you should have won.
Connor Wong.
Nope.
Hmm.
Last episode, you were like, "Come on, man, it's Patrick Sandoval. You got to feel for the guy." And now he just
he's got a blister. He's got a blister. You
That's
insensitive
bad.
prick.
That's bad.
I know, but yeah. Well, you know,
T.
We missed like multiple game 2 things. Aroldis Chapman just secured his contract for being here next year. That's a pretty massive deal.
Yeah. Was it 40 innings?
40.
Yes, 40 innings.
40
for the
innings.
vesting
So
option.
2027 vests. Pending physical. He has to pass a physical that takes place at the end of the year, not at the time of him vesting the option vesting. So he has to pass a physical at the end of the year for that to officially be official. But yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to kind of go from Aroldis Chapman. Let's set the complete scene. When the Red Sox signed Aroldis Chapman, going into that spring training, we were like, all right, but who's the closer though? Slayton? like he was not even going to be the closer when they fucking signed him. There was a competition, quote unquote, in spring training. I think when the Red Sox signed him, they were like, this is obviously our closer. But then dumbass us is in the fan base. It wasn't just us as a show.
They wanted to see if he could control the walks before they handed it to him. It was an issue in Pittsburgh.
But that was obviously the plan.
But
they have a lot of plans for guys that don't work out.
Yeah.
This is the thing that annoys me about the Chapman thing is he started throwing strikes in the second half in Pittsburgh of his last season there.
True.
Like I know there's a great story of Connor Wong like showing him what the strike zone is, and all of a sudden it unlocked everything in Aroldis Chapman's head. He was throwing strikes, much like Eric Miller, who I think is going to become a very interesting name in all of this, especially with the recent injuries. I'm fine having Chapman for $13 million next year. I am curious to see how we feel about Chapman by the end of the year, because I do have some fears in the back of my mind with him looking more human over the last couple months. What does it end up looking like, in some of the bigger moments down the stretch, especially if you don't have as deep of a bullpen as you once did?
Wow. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound of the Nextel call of the series.
Yep.
Brought to you by Nextel. The I-830.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. Pitch is driven high and deep into right field. He does go deep.
Out of here to right, and it's 1-0 Red Sox.
Speak it into existence, Will Fleming. That ball was murdered. 111 off the bat, 420 feet. And the only thing stopping it from going into the Allegheny was a Pirates fan holding a plate of chicken fingers out there. That ball was getting out of here quick.
What a call. What a call by Will and Will. Yes, he did call it on the broadcast, but also before the game even started, Will Fleming put in the scoop shop. He's like, I'm cooking up a home run call for Wilyer tonight. And he do be doing that.
He predicts a lot of homers. I don't want to say they happen. Sometimes they don't. But when he put that in there, I was like, you know what? They kind of need that tonight because it didn't feel like they were going to get a lot of runs the way they've been going right now. I was excited to hear the big Wilyer. So he didn't do that, which is surprising. He said he was going to be cooking that up for that call, but I guess it's just got to come out naturally.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why didn't he do that?
I don't know. I'm a little surprised, but no, credit to Will. He called that shot, and that was a shot.
Yeah, but what the fuck?
He had texted us he texted us before the game saying Wilyer was going to homer, and then he had texted us right after the homer being like, I had called it 20 seconds before. So I think whenever it didn't happen, right when he called it in game, I think he probably was like, well, fuck, I missed it. Steve always talks about the tingles. Yeah, he was like, well, fuck this guy making me look like a dickhead. Even like I understand you're talking under the hood with Chapman a lot of the times, and even just he's had traffic as of late. He's a 1.99 ERA. 42 games into the season. Like if you just removed last year where he was like maybe one of the great single seasons a reliever's ever had, this would be his lowest ERA since he was 27 years old right now. So I understand there's other things that go into it, but like even his FIP is like the 257 is the lowest in like over a half decade.
Yeah, I'm not saying I think Chapman's going to turn into a bum out of anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just
how do I say this? Bum.
Bum. I just think he's much more human this year. And
of course.
You've been saying that.
He's a regular, really good reliever as opposed to unhittable last year, which is like a step back, no doubt, but it's not this like unpitchable swill like you were calling.
No, I definitely did not put it in that way. But like 333 FIP since July 1st. Yeah, that feels about right. That feels about where he's been.
We also have semi-breaking news. It doesn't apply to the Red Sox, but it applies to their system.
Oh?
Justin Gonzalez got called up to Double-A.
Oh, that's awesome.
Didn't he do something?
He homered twice today.
Jesus. They were just like, all right.
Enough.
Get it.
Come on. Yeah. This is getting out of hand.
That's enough out of you. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. I'll shut him out.
There you go. Yeah, this finale sucked. This is one of the worst games of the year.
Series sucked.
And yeah, series was terrible, but specifically on Sunday, everything about it was trash. Sandoval was getting rocked. Everybody, if you're on the Pirates, you were getting a hit. You were getting a hit today. I know we wanted to look it up before the show, but Brandon Lowe, this friggin' guy, just dominates against the Boston Red Sox. 294 career average against the Sox, 72 hits, 21 homers, 55 RBIs, and 54 runs scored in 72 games. He's got close to 1,000 OPS, so I don't really want to see him ever again against this team.
That's sad.
Dude, him and Brian Reynolds are fucking problems, like genuinely. And both of them got back on the Red Sox again today. But just talking, let me see here. Brian Reynolds now has the second highest OPS of any hitter ever against the Red Sox with 1335 OPS and minimum 50 plate appearances. Number one all time is MJ Melendez, which if you asked me to guess the list of names, he'd be high on it. But genuinely two absolute demons against the Red Sox. In that pitch, Giovanni Moran threw to Brandon Lowe. Wow. One of the worst pitches I've ever seen in my entire life. Like change up down the
absolute
dick, pathetic.
Trash.
And he's another guy, like he looks gassed. He looks fucking gassed. I'm very worried about him. And he's surpassed his innings total from last year already.
They've asked
too.
a lot out of him.
Yeah, he's fine as your secondary lefty, and that's why Eric Miller's here. But this is once again the consequence of some of the injuries you have right now.
I just want to say this. It's kind of it's related but unrelated. When every trade deadline, when a team goes out and trades for a reliever and they're like, oh, the reinforcements are here because our guys are gas. It's like he's coming from a team that he's also been playing all season long too. Like every time I was like, they didn't like get this dude from Narnia where he's just been waiting in this like hyperbaric chamber and he's 100% and fully rested. Oh man, our guys have been throwing a ton of innings. So like, thank God you're here. And it's like, what the fuck do you think that I was doing over there? Now I'm just on this team now.
I was going to say, are there Oviedo updates, T? I feel like we get so many updates on everyone else. Like, but he hasn't been throwing. You know what I mean? Like, that would be someone who's fresh.
To me, I think Tanner Houck is much closer than he is.
That's crazy,
dude.
To say
Imagine that, like the position that the Red Sox are in right now, where it would have been a luxury to have Tanner Houck, and now it's like, dude, we kind of need you.
Yeah,
kind of need you. I don't know what to expect from him at all.
I'd love to see it in the bullpen.
Sure,
of course,
but like people were saying that before the injury.
Me, I got killed for it.
I mean, we did see it. It's not like we have never. It's not like he came up as a starter and remained a starter. But
never forget him and Sale fused together into one pitcher. We're just going to show you the same arm angle but opposites and let it rip.
The last time he pitched was May 12th.
Wow,
2025.
What was it? That one, Coley?
What was Tigers? It? No,
I don't know, man. I just think that this is where you kind of look back at the trade deadline. You say, well, it would have been nice to have pursued a starter, like a veteran starter. And it was it's almost like the reasoning. You were forecasting a problem that became a problem almost immediately. It's not like we were all sitting here thinking like, man, yeah, like the guy, I mean, I know that he didn't pitch in the series, but a guy like Peyton Tolley, you were worried about his innings total and if he was going to run out of gas, and he just keeps getting stronger versus a Jake Bennett where it's 6 starts. It's like a 6-start sample where it's not been going well. Yeah. And Ranger just seems to be stuck in like, all right, I'm off the IL, but I'm at like 55, 60%.
It'll be fine.
I'm sure, but I mean, it's not concerning to anyone else that he doesn't seem to be making forward progress.
I think he'll get there, but yeah, it's not good right now. And 3 or 5 starters you don't have much confidence in, and you don't have much faith in them giving you length. That's really is the problem.
It's not that I don't have confidence in Ranger. I don't have confidence in his ability to go out there and give me 6 or 7.
No, he's not even close to that right now.
No, you need to get back there. And there's not many other options. And I think that's what's scary here. And listen, you could say, whoa, why'd you trade Connolly early? Connolly early ain't throwing another pitch this year more likely than not. So I don't think he would have been the solution to whatever problem. Now, if you're asking me, would I have loved Kevin Gausman to be on this team? 100%. But I think the real thing you point to and expecting Jake Bennett to be able to maintain and be such a key part of the rotation was always a ridiculous ask. I think you're banking more on Brian Bayo stepping into a bigger role than anything else. And I probably think that is the best case scenario for them, because how long are you going to play this game of essentially being one arm short in the bullpen and trying to manage it this way? I don't know if he can give you 5 or 6 at this point, but you should probably start pushing for that to happen. Because I'd plug him back in. I don't care about the first inning stuff anymore. Just give him a shot. Let's see what it looks like. He's been in the bullpen. He's shown he can do that. If you want to match him with Eric Miller, it's harder to do that now because of the lack of high-end relief options you have. But yeah, I think even just getting him stretched out to the point where you don't have to do this version of a bullpen game would be better than where you're currently at.
I didn't realize that Early got shut down.
Mm-hmm.
They sent him down to Florida too, and then he was playing catch, and then they stopped that.
Yeah, he was feeling more soreness.
Nope, this time we all lose.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard the name Curtis Mead in days.
Well,
I
it
keep
sucks
forgetting he's on the
because
team, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he's
You
not.
can't even put him on the
No,
60.
I know, but just whatever. Yep.
It's like, I'm sure there are people out there freaking out about Adley. I still view it as a booming success just because he didn't shatter his wrist the third pitch he saw as a Red Sox. You know what I mean? Like he's out there. There's no one arguing that. He's definitely out there.
What's it? 1 for 17 with 9 strikeouts.
Yeah. It's hit no 59, no RBIs, 9 Ks.
Blame the Red Sox.
Okay.
I suppose, but also like
For not giving
still
him
expected a
enough
little
runway.
more than this. That one hit is a little dribbler, honestly. That
He played
that
2
beats out there.
games, and they're like, have fun. Good luck to you. Go play. Like, the guy had not played in a couple weeks. You probably should give him more than 2 days worth of work.
You also said it was unfair to Jake Bennett. That's why they traded for him. That was a specific reason why they ID'd him as a guy who could help him this year, as opposed to Paralis, who they were like, that's probably a down the road thing, but we don't have that kind of runway.
Which
So it's
they've been
not-
successful at. They didn't trade for him to make 25 plus starts.
Maybe, but that was part of the reason they did go for him, though, like in case they needed a 6th starter.
They didn't dream there was a reality where they would need more than 10 to 15 starts from Jake Bennett. They thought there was no chance in hell they would get to this point in time.
Maybe.
I 100% believe
I think they looked at him and Oviedo as like whoever hits.
Dude, they couldn't stop leaking how excited they were about Johan Oviedo during spring training. And I thought they looked at Cutter Crawford and thought he was going to give them something of value
Well,
this
that's
year.
dumb. That's
That is
obviously
not
dumb.
happened. Yeah, I don't fault them for hoping. And, he missed the entire year to give them something. But yeah, I don't think Jake Bennett getting that level of opportunity was expected. But here they are. And it's worked for the most part, but doubling down on at the deadline, I think was asking a lot.
That I agree with. I agree with that entirely.
It's the same for Patrick Sandoval. It's a guy coming off Tommy John, and the stuff's going to fluctuate. It's been down back-to-back starts. That's part of the process here. That's what happens when a guy has Tommy John. We saw it with Chris Sale in front of all of us, where he came back and the stuff was there. Like, you see flashes, you see moments of it, but if you're banking on it, you're going to be in trouble.
The Tommy John was also just fine. I think people are remembering World Baseball Classic Patrick Sandoval, not Angels Patrick Sandoval, who was largely just okay.
Back end.
Yeah, he was fine. Ranger also, he came back to 26, 64 pitches, 31st, 65 pitches, the 8th, 70 pitches, last start out, 81 pitches over 5 innings. So I don't know that he hasn't been ramping up.
You just need him to go deep into games.
Sure. No doubt. But we're also sitting here saying like they're rushing everyone else. Why aren't they rushing Ranger? I don't know that that's the right idea.
Well, they brought Ranger back quick. Do you think he should have had more time instead of immediately coming back?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so that fits in the conversation we've been having.
Right.
So the other thing too is I've been pretty pro Patrick Sandoval, but he was this was his 7th start. That makes sense?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Red Sox were 5-0 his first 5 starts. Now they're 0-2 his last 2. But we were like, yeah, man, but he's got like a 3.30 ERA. It's 4.76 now after giving up 7 earned runs today. That feels right. Like he wasn't pitching like a dude that was like, dude, he's 5-0, dude. He's fucking Patty Sandy. You kidding me, dude? Have you seen him? Like a 4.76 kind of feels more appropriate for, I think, what we've been watching.
It was a lot of traffic, and now he's, paying for it. There was going to be some aggression on that front.
9 hits and 3 walks.
Yeah, he got smoked today. Lefties are absolutely destroying the man. He has no shot. They're hitting 514 against him with a 13.24 OPS. And it's weird because he wasn't one of these guys that got smashed by lefties in the past. It's been more of a problem just right now. But, once again, I expect him to be a number 5 starter. I think if you were ever hoping for anything more out of that, you were being pretty unrealistic. And I don't blame him as much because I never had high expectations for Patrick Sandoval. To be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to be giving them anything. And it's like, if he's going to be like a 4 or 5-ish guy the rest of the way, that's about what you hope for, in my opinion. But I think the problem is the guys in front of him are concerning right now that are in that 3 and 4 spot.
Yeah, they probably already asked too much of Sandoval, honestly, to this point. And, he's been mostly good. I feel like for the eye test that we talk about, he just rarely passes it for me. Like there's a lot of times where it's like, okay, he's getting out of these situations. He's finding a way. He really wears it on his chest too, or that's not the face, but that's not the phrase. He wears it on his chest. Yeah, he wears it on his chest. No, but you can just tell where his feelings are, where his emotions are at. I don't know if that gets the best of him sometimes. I don't know what the hell was going on in the finale where like he looked like he was hurt and he's like, no, don't come out here. And then for the next but for the next like 3 minutes, he was clearly uncomfortable. And it was like, well, maybe you should be coming out of this game. Like, I don't know why you're still in this game right now. But for the month of August, it's basically 8 hits a game, 3 walks a game. That's terrible, especially for a guy that's just not in these games. He's 5 innings to start, really. So you're allowing 11 base runners in 5 innings. That's obviously never really going to get it done. And now another guy in this rotation where you need the bullpen to get 5-6 innings, when you're out there. And it's just, they're asking way too much of a pen when you're losing guys from the pen.
It's part of the reason you're losing
crazy,
them.
T. 514 with a 13-24 OPS against lefties.
It's insane. 11.37 ERA against them. Like they are sitting on everything. They do not fear that man. He had 7 hard hit balls today.
565 x WOBA.
Yeah, it's bad. It is. The contact is as loud as you've seen, and that's why like Brian Reynolds and Brandon Lau today were just ready and they were waiting and they jumped on him. But you really don't have a lot of great alternatives right now. Like they had Alec Gamboa getting stretched out in AAA before he recently got called back up. So you better figure it out.
2.61 ERA in night games. Just get him at night, and you're good.
Yeah, like the issue is, it's like, do you just push Bayo into that spot? Would you rather ride with him at this point? You're getting better stuff,
probably,
right?
Really?
And then you move him to the bullpen.
I wouldn't hate that.
I would honestly still do it as like a bulk guy though.
So you'd work with you want to keep the opener in front of him.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes.
It is broken. Like the opener has not worked once.
Huh?
Even terrible. Not for Bayo. The opener has sucked. Like
the opener gets their shit. Even Eric Miller got his shit rocked.
I would give Eric Miller another shot because the only reason he gave up a run is because of an error he made himself.
I was going to say he made the error.
Yeah. He has a good history back in 24 being an opener, but you can't use him in the first inning at this point because you don't have guys. It's Weiser and him that the 7th and 8th inning belong to right now.
I don't hate Greg. It doesn't get cleaner than top 1. You know what I mean? Like that's the cleanest it gets.
Clean as a whistle for Greg.
We had mentioned that Weiser Bayo. Forget about it.
Samaniego is the only other guy who's on the 40-man right now that you can call up without thinking about it. And he tried as an opener, and that's when his downfall started. But yeah, they're thin, man. They are thin.
Yeah. To make matters worse, the Red Sox just got perfectoed.
By who? Which level?
Roy Oswalt.
There we go. We have it officially.
1,993 tries.
Great take, Coley.
How have you not seen this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is like the number one thing happening in the baseball space. And I'm here with 3 other people in this baseball company we're building. Nobody fucking knows about it.
What are you talking about?
There's been a guy streaming nonstop on TikTok for like, how long, Jose? Like a fucking week?
I'm obsessed. I've been watching the whole thing too.
Okay,
I'm right there. Amazing.
This guy's been trying to throw a perfect game with Roy Oswalt against the 04 Sox, I guess the 05 Sox technically, an MVP baseball, and he literally just did it an hour ago. 1,993 tries.
There was nothing funnier than watching him blow it and immediately quit. Immediately get out of the game.
1993 tries. My goodness.
And he got it. Like Roy Oswalt had to make a crazy catch. Otherwise, Mirabelli was going to break it up bottom 9 or top 9, 2 outs.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Not that impressive.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I suck.
You are.
I suck at MLB The Show, and I've thrown multiple no-hitters just sitting there for like 2 or 3 hours.
It's a perfect
What
game.
mode, though? I've thrown no-nos, too. It's on rookie mode. What do you want to?
Whatever, All-Star. So I'm not playing on Legend. I don't know if he's playing to that degree.
Mirabelli smoked this ball in a way that
this ball's whacked. How did he catch this ball? This is like 200 mph off the bat.
What are you looking at?
Flicks his glove out like, yep, got it.
I just retweeted it.
That might be the hardest hit ball in the history of video games, honestly.
I mean, all three guys in the ninth, or I guess first one's just a regular ground out to third. Then big freeze comes in for Bell.
Yeah, Jerry, go to like where is this? It's like 45 seconds into this clip.
Okay.
Oswald makes the greatest play a pitcher's ever made.
Nearly killed him.
Deep tonight. Wait, so this doesn't even fucking count. He's
what?
He's throwing a perfect game against the Red Sox, but Mirabelli's catching.
No, it's against the NL, so it's in Houston. So it says he pinch hit for Schilling, who.
Okay. He's done it.
And yeah, I mean, Mirabelli exit velo on this is 1,043 miles.
I keep watching this ball. It's just whack.
Whack.
Oh, man.
Damn.
So yeah, the Sox have been perfect. Just keeps getting worse.
Can I show Wilyer some love?
Yeah, show Wilyer some love.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, you're obviously homer in this series, did the damn thing. But if we just look at what he's been doing since the All-Star break, he leads all of baseball in slug at 641 and in terms of homers with 11. 28 games, 121 plate appearances, 252, 347, 641 with a 988 OPS. All that awesome. It's a 423 expected WOBA, which tells you how ridiculous the quality of contact has been. Still, it feels like when you watch him, he's been getting extremely unlucky. He's doing all this ridiculous production right now with a 208 BABIP. Fourth in expected WOBA since July 1st, James Wood, Yordan Alvarez, and Pete Alonso are the only guys ahead of him. That's the kind of damage Wilyer Abreu is doing right now. And Wilyer just passed his all-time season high for FWAR right now this year after today. He's at 3.2 right now. He was at 3.1 back in 24. Last year, it was only 2.4. But highest WRC plus of his career at 120. Man, he is kind of having the season. I know it's been a little up and down, and that's kind of the Wilyer Abreu way, where 2 weeks blow up the line, and then he's kind of very okay for a while outside of his defense. He's probably going to be close to a 4-win player this year. He's going to come close to hitting 30 home runs, and he's going to win a third Gold Glove.
Baseball Reference has him at 5.2.
B-War?
Yeah.
Wow. That is huge. Holy shit. Yeah. Fangraphs is not that high.
No, it makes me think like they've input something incorrectly. That's crazy high.
Good for him. They had him at 3.4 last year.
Remember when the Red Sox weren't going to have any 20 home run hitters?
Yeah, that was always stupid.
I don't know what I never know what Duran's going to do, but he could become the third. Cedon could become the third or fourth.
We have 3 guys about to set career highs in homers. Cedon.
I know.
Wilyer and Wilson.
T kind of hit on this a little bit earlier, but on Saturday when Cedon was pissed off and Wilyer had to put his arm around him, it looked like, if you watch the clip back, Cedon looked over at someone on the Pittsburgh side and said, "What are you looking at?"
Oh.
I thought he was talking to an ump, what are you looking at? He was
it was
trying
after
to get
the
him.
check swing, right?
Yeah.
That was...
I don't know who he was talking to, but
thought it was an ump.
He said, "What are you looking at?" And Wilyer had to put his arm around him. And it's funny because Cedon has never been
Wilson.
like that ever. And for Wilyer to be the guy to be like, no, don't do that. It's like
Wilson, right?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Did I keep saying Wilyer? Yeah,
Yeah,
Wilson. For Wilson to be the guy to stop Cedon from doing that is very ironic.
Wilson has little moments like that. I go back to the Duran thing in Sacramento where you get that clip after the game where Duran's looking back at him, still barking. And it's like everything we know about Wilson, you would think he'd bark back in that spot. But I feel like he does have some situational awareness with these where it's like, yeah, you think I'm going to be the guy that's just flipping out all the time. That's not. I'm selective with it. I'm not just doing it constantly. But that was a cool big bro moment. It really was.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I know you're kind of going through it right now. And Cedon's had a couple dinky singles, so it makes the stats look a little better. But since that Dodgers series, he's hitting 250. I think he only has 2 extra base hits and 52 at bats, something like that. So
it's not even that
he's kind of. What's up?
That's not even that bad.
No, it's not terrible.
He's like a
it's
6-game hitting streak.
Yeah, but he's swinging at everything. He's back to swinging at stuff that's just like a mile away. And so eye test wise, he's not really passing it right now, which is fine. You're going to have these stretches during courses of the season. But really cool moment by Willson there in a series that was just not a lot of stuff happening. It was like that was notable that he did that and had his guys back. I mean, they had a great clip. The Red Sox did a great job with the behind the scenes stuff from the All-Star week. Seems like they really grew a lot in that trip to Philly, and the home run derby stuff was great.
Yeah,
I've
Sedon
never
this
seen
month is hitting 279 with a 811 OPS. He's like,
what's the BABIP?
Sucker now. It is 289.
Wow, that's not bad. I don't know what's up with him. The last 10 days or so, I've never seen him so
He's never been this
frustrated.
upset. He's been pissed.
And it's pouring out like regularly. Yeah. And he's had some dumb moments on the bases as we've seen, but like the throwing of the helmet and like, I'm not bitching about it. It's just like, wow, like that's usually not Sedon's energy. But yeah, what he's chasing, the way he's doing it right now, it's nice that some hits have been falling in. As the broadcast said today, the waste pitches that nobody should ever be swinging at, he is diving for. And I think that's part of the reason why he's so frustrated, because he knows when he's right, the version of him that cut down Chase this year, it lets him tap into that stuff. This is a big moment for him. Can you get it under control instead of the usual second half fall off? He survived that pretty far, a month from the All-Star break, essentially. Time to see the next adjustment. And that's why he got a day off.
I think it shows how important Sedon is. Like, since that Dodgers series, he's looked different. The teams look different. Like, I think it's kind of they're going as he's going in a lot of these spots. Obviously, he had like the greatest series ever in LA. I don't think it's always going to be like that. But no, T, I'm right there with you. It's looked off. Something's
weird.
Off. And I don't know what it is. And it's not normal for Sedon. Again, we talk about him being the guy twirling the glove in the outfield, just being a kid playing ball, that Little League World Series screen grab there. That's exactly who he is on the Red Sox. And to not have that now just feels a little bit off. And just like the team, they're going to have to get over this little slump here and just try to figure it out, because I think we all know the deal. It's highly likely you make the playoffs. It comes down to if you're going to New York or they're coming here. It's pretty simple the last 7 weeks of the season.
I don't know, man. There's some teams that are getting hot right now. Like the Jays are back.
That could happen. They could catch the Sox. I'm not counting that out.
Like
it would suck, but yeah, it's a possibility.
It'd be bad. Certainly
I didn't
bad.
look today, but last night there was a 5-way tie for the third wild card spot.
It is crowded. Very.
I think the Orioles have moved into the third technically by like half a game or whatever it is. But the Tigers getting swept by the White Sox, that was a massive series for them.
There's seven teams within 2.5 games right now.
Massive series for the Tigers too. I think getting closer to that playoff spot just makes you question your trade deadline a little bit. So the farther you fall from it, it becomes maybe a little bit easier to swallow that pill. But yeah, I don't know. I think right now the whole story of the Red Sox, it's about surviving. That's what you need to do. You need to survive until you get reinforcements here, because, man, every part of your team has taken a pretty big shot right now.
Jerry.
You know what's funny is that this like ever flowing storyline of Roman Anthony saving the Red Sox. It's like, oh, like don't build the team around Roman Anthony and he has to be the face of the franchise. And then he gets off to a slow start. Then he gets hurt. The Red Sox are awful. Then they go 32-5 without Roman Anthony. So it's like, oh, they didn't even fucking need Roman Anthony and they're just great. But now they're dragging ass again. And who do they need? Who are those reinforcements? Well, the biggest one is Roman Anthony.
Yeah.
I don't need him to be an MVP, though. I think for a lot of
he
people...
won't win it.
No.
Small chance.
I think for... Oh, dude, look at what those MVP odds were coming in the year, man. How quickly we forget. But I think for Roman right
I'm
now...
just saying
dude,
this year might be off the table.
No.
Yeah, he's probably... It's not 100%, but he's probably not getting it.
If you can be a 120 OPS plus guy, man, compared to what 16 is doing out there in left field right now, I think that would be pretty beneficial.
Damn.
Your pal?
I was surprised. A lot of people were killing him for his routes in the first inning today. I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't blame him for either of those balls falling in. The throw, that shit-ass throw he made on the Brian Reynolds send was fucking garbage. I'll tell you that. That was a fucking garbage lollipop throw. The ball was in his glove before Reynolds hit the third base bag. That was a pathetic throw.
Wow.
I thought his routes have been pretty good.
shit
That shit ass throw, though. I'm not letting you off the hook with that
Garbage
shit
ass
ass,
throw.
butt ass, trash ass. It is tough. He takes a lot of weird routes to balls, honestly. There's a lot of times he's running. I'm like, what direction is this? I don't really know what's going on. But rough season for 16. Even though the RBIs are up there on the year.
Most by a guy named Jaron in the American League since July 2nd.
Wow.
But he might be the biggest winner of our dear Masa, unfortunately. And the way he went down, poor little, his leg
Bad.
giving
He
out
got
like
shot.
that. Just like I was like, oh no, Masa. Like, I thought he was going to go completely down.
When I watched it live, I thought it was one of those. Remember when like Ellsbury stole home and he couldn't decide if he wanted
He
to go
kinda
feet
crumpled.
first or
Yeah.
like head first, and he was
Just
like,
like,
like
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was. I thought that Masa was like, do I go feet first or do I dive in? And then when you watch it back, you're like, oh no, his hamstring exploded.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
that
the
was.
replay's rough. He literally like dies. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
He said the last time he had a hamstring injury, it cost him about a month. We'll see. I hope Masa
We'll
is
never
back.
see him again.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's a crazy take, Coley. I do think, though, one of the biggest winners of that situation is Jarren Duran. Now, I'm very curious because I know how much they value his defense in left field. And metrically, it has been very strong. Last year, they backed him when metrically he wasn't very strong, at least in terms of outs above average. Are they going to just put Roman at DH and be happy to keep what they view probably as a better defender in left field than Duran? And then you mix and match with Jahmai Jones, or depending on platoon, maybe those are the days you throw Roman out there and you're okay doing it. Because he needs to be platooned. That's not a conversation at this point because Jahmai Jones has been incredible. I do think now there's more of a slate for him not to be just a bench player. Now, I know some people look at Duran through the same lens as Story right now, and they're like, any mention of him being in the starting lineup, I'm good, but it's there. It's part of it.
I mean, he's been one of the worst hitters in baseball, but one of the best fielders in baseball. So it's like, there's value there. When people are like, oh, like how the fuck, like what does he have, like blackmail on Chad Tracy? It's like, he's been one of the best defenders in baseball. Like that counts for something. So, and one of the best base runners, but you do need to
You got to get on there, yeah.
get on base to be able to run the bases. Yes.
Just the swing and miss is so atrocious with him right now. But he's also the kind of guy in the month of May who was the biggest thing carrying your offense when you hit 9 that month. Like, you know what is possible there. So you're going to continue to try and get it going as much as you can.
What are his numbers without May?
Terrifying.
Oh, it's got to be so bad.
This month, I think he has like a 795 OPS. But yeah, everything else is really bad.
pull that. Was May his hot month or was it June?
May.
It was June last
May?
year.
Yeah. May, he had 9 homers, I think.
Yeah, I can actually compute that for you.
Yeah.
Please.
May he had a 9 home runs, 879 OPS.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
want
it's a
March.
538 OPS since then,
We want
not
April.
including the finale.
You get it for a few days, man.
We want June. We want July. And we want August. We're in August, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So without May, he is hitting 183
Okay.
with a 522 OPS,
Sheesh.
285 slug, 237 on base. Strikeout percentage of 28.5. Yeah.
It can't be overemphasized how hard that is to do when you're that fast. That's almost impossible to be that bad.
WRC plus by month, 31 in March and April. May, 137. June, -1. July, 49. And this year, or this month, it's 102, which feels right. Like he's been fine this month. Still a ton of swing and miss, which is scary because that's the stuff that leads him back into these holes.
I don't know that it's been much different than Sadon's approach.
Lately.
Yeah, just August, not the season.
Oh, yeah, they both are.
His
swinging.
hot streak is what we were just panicking over Rafaela doing, is the point I'm making.
His hot streak.
Well, you just said it, like he's doing fine as of late.
Yeah.
But it's still a bunch of swing and miss, and it's not like lighting the world on fire, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like that Red Sox stat tweet. It makes me feel a little less insane that like people around baseball just can't comprehend the season Ceddanne Rafaela is having, because I struggle with it. I got a piece on the Patreon about it about a month ago, but credit to him, man. He amazes me.
Shout out to T. Good Peyton Tolley piece on the Patreon. Definitely check that out.
Thank you. Tried to cook on there. AP, have a review, Steve?
No, yeah, he'll probably read it tomorrow if that were
Fuck
my
yeah.
guess. Yeah, that probably feels like a Monday read. I want to do another shout out to my bum of the week. It is the ump from the finale. What the hell was going on today? And the game stunk, so like it didn't really deserve a lot of attention, but he was so atrocious in this game. And I just couldn't believe he was missing calls he was missing. Adley, by the way, and understandable if you want to say they rushed him up and all that, fine. I still want to blame the player at times too. Like he gets a percentage of the pie there. But he's had a couple this year, and not this year, whatever, since he's been on the Red Sox, that I think he knows the right answer, but he's not challenging. Like he knows it's a ball that's called a strike, but he's not tapping the hat. Sometimes it's because they only have one challenge left. Other times I think it's just because he's not maybe 100% decisive in his decision there. And it's like, I kind of need him to step up there and be like, no, I know this zone and I am going to challenge you on it. Because he had one late in this finale. And again, it doesn't matter. Game stunk. But the ball was so low. One of the worst strike three calls I think I've ever seen. And they don't have any challenges left because Sogard had a silly one in like the fifth inning.
Horrendous.
And they're just getting back to being stupid with challenges. They've done this most of the season. And I kind of hate seeing it from Adley, even though behind the dish, he's been mainly good with the challenges. At the plate, he's just kind of been indecisive. And that fits with what he's doing just with his approach in general. It's not a lot of swings and he doesn't really seem too comfy.
The swings are just so awkward right now. And like the only way I can define those are a guy who just doesn't have his timing down. Like I don't know how else you can frame it that way. And the second one today, like it looked like he finally was going to challenge it and then realized they had none. So yeah, that's been weird from him off.
Especially in that spot of the lineup. He's third, he's hitting cleanup. It's like,
it might be a little bit too, being part of a new team, like being a little in between about like burning a spot or trying not to put, hey, I'll leave it to the other guys. I don't want to come in here and immediately be pulling their shit or pissing someone off, and just got to be aggressive out there. Him and Sonny Gray, all the talk about how great Connor Wong and Sonny Gray were, he stepped right into it and they mashed perfectly. So that was a really good sign too.
I think it's also a little strange that we just have glossed over the fact that Roman's coming back. It's just like, oh yeah,
it's weird. It's very weird.
There was a very real possibility that we just didn't see him again this year. Like I
thought it was probable.
Yeah, like to go from, what was the original prognosis? Like what was the original?
Days.
One
miss
game.
tomorrow.
Yeah, like I don't remember T. Like what were they saying back in May?
Yeah, back then, well, the belief was he was trying to play through pain tolerance. So they didn't want to put like an exact timeline, but it was going to be a minimal IL stint once he got on the IL. And it kind of just kept growing. Around the time of the Sam Kennedy fiasco and the Rob Bradford sit down, he said it was 8 to 12 weeks. If you play it out 8 to 12 weeks, you're about it's 13 weeks right now from him, about to start a rehab assignment on Tuesday. So yeah, ultimately, like it's at the end of that kind of timeline that he gave and the update after months of everyone being confused. What does that mean for him? And the Red Sox made the point as well. They weren't going to let him swing until he felt nothing. So if this was the result of him feeling nothing and things are weird with a finger injury like that, I think that's where we are.
But like when he went on the IL,
yep,
they said 8 to 12 then. I feel like
no,
that's not,
it was minimal.
No.
It was a minimal IL stint. It was when
10 days or 14.
It was when the Sam Kennedy thing happened where he was like, oh, it's not a tear. And then he was like, no, it sprain, tear. We're going through this entire conversation about what those words mean. Then was when he was like, yeah, it was an 8 to 12 week timeline that we got from the doctor. But that's the issue in all of it. They wanted or hoped he was going to be able to play through the pain, and it didn't work. Were they right to want him to do that? Is that because of desperate roster construction? That's up to you. I don't know the answer.
I just didn't want to gloss over the fact that it's
incredible
going on a rehab assignment tomorrow.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't even know what to make of it. Like to me, I'm going to tune in. You know, I want to see him. I want to see him hit. Like, I want to see. Yes, T.
Jared, Justin Gonzalez and Roman Anthony in the same lineup on Tuesday.
Heyo.
Yeah.
You want reasons? That's some reasons right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, that would be a reason.
I think the only consistent thing here with kind of a weird reaction to Roman having his rehab coming up is that matches how this season's been. It's been so weird. Everything with Roman Anthony's just been weird. It hasn't felt right from the jump, really. I feel like he was good in that first game and then just had a real rough stretch there. And now we're at the point where it's like we should be happier, especially on a team that's not hitting right now. They're not getting enough runs that you're used to during that stretch when they go 27-3, not scoring early, not getting ahead, like stuff they were doing during that streak. And now you have a guy that can come back and at the top of the lineup in the leadoff spot that they've mainly sucked in all season. Like that would be the guy you need. And there's just kind of a stain on him or something. It's weird. It's very odd that we've gotten to this point so early in his career, but to that point, Jerry, it's like, yeah, rehab. It's a rehab. You guys hearing this? Roman Anthony is a rehab assignment Tuesday. It's almost like I'm the only
playing
one
baseball.
Yeah,
for the Red
I feel
Sox
like we got to look
organization.
around. I'm like, why is no one talking about this? I know people are.
Did they say why Portland instead of Worcester?
They didn't want more than IKF and Story are in Worcester. They're like, we didn't want 3 players rehabbing, disrupting guys who need actual playing time. So that's how they tried to break it up.
They don't want to have like the craziest team of all time. Like they can't have the greatest AAA. Like, no, we got to spread this out. It's crazy.
I will say there was a sneaky, not great Garrett Crochet update that slid the day that everything happened with Roman and IKF and Story. We got all those updates in one. Still throwing on the flat ground from 50 to 60 feet. That's it.
So
Nothing
he's not
else.
progressing. That was
Tracy said this: if he stays on track, maybe pitching in the big leagues is still feasible, but you're gonna have to pass some really good benchmark checkpoints where he hits all of them. It's been a couple weeks of him now doing this.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, the last update that we got where he was thrown off flat ground was at least 2 weeks ago.
So yeah, which sucks because like more than ever right now, you need that kind of arm, and I have a hard time believing it's going to happen this year. But that's where you're going to have the conversation. Are you going to fuse him? Like right now, Tolley needs to go out there and start like full game. You need Peyton Tolley unleashed the best version of himself that he can possibly have. So after that, yeah, figuring out who's going to be starting those playoff games is a tad bit scary. Gray, Tolley, Suarez.
Probably.
Yeah, because like with
Not
Tolley,
very scary.
You're not going to be able to like, hey,
Yeah, I think we figured it out.
here, we're going to get you that extra day of rest in October. It's like, nah, dude, like going to be less rest.
Well, that's why you sweep, so you get rest in between the series.
Right.
It's super easy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point, Coley. I can't even really think about like, oh, postseason probs.
No.
Nah.
Let's just get there.
Yeah. Red Sox lose 8-3.
Yeah.
All right, we're back here with Awaken 180. And listen, as baseball fans, we know negotiations are part of the game, whether whoosh, 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 they say. As baseball fans, we all know negotiations are part of the equation, whether it's the trade deadline or the offseason. Well, my old negotiations, they weren't with players. I'm not in a front office like Coley Mick. Unfortunately, all my negotiations were with food. What can I eat? When can I eat? Did I mess this up? Every meal had a pregame show and a postgame breakdown. Unfortunately, it wasn't Lenny DiNardo on the desk. It was me going through my phone, deleting all the apps that let me order food, and then re-downloading them in the morning. Never a good time. Just over 2 months into Awaken 180, I am down 36 pounds. I've lost weight every week, and food takes up less space in my head. Thank you. Thank you. The app gives me the numbers. It's not Exit Velo, nothing like that. It's calories, protein, carbs, and their plan tells me exactly what to do. Every Friday, I meet with someone from the Seekonk location who looks at the picture. Last week, it was Jenna. Shout her out. Jenna gave me tips, showed me where I could tighten things up, and set me into the next week with a better approach. That's what I like. It's not one person handing me a plan and disappearing. I've got a squad working to help me succeed. My cravings are way down. I'm sleeping better, and I'm down a full shirt size and 2 pant sizes. Speaking of dreams, I had stopped dreaming for a long time because my sleep was so bad. Had a dream that Martha rejected me proposing last night. So if you want to be mad at someone, let's look at her. Awaken 180 is medication-free weight loss with free support for life. That's Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the official weight loss company of the Boston Red Sox. One more time, awaken180weightloss.com.
Wow. Congratulations, T.
Thank you.
Also, congratulations to us because Section 10 is very excited to have Baseball Lifestyle 101 on board as the official apparel company of the 10. This is a company that understands that there are people out there whose entire personality is baseball. Couldn't be us. We're very normal. We don't record 3-hour podcasts about the Red Sox and have arguments about Tristan Casas at 1:30 in the morning. They've got over 500,000 customers and gear all over the country. Tees, hoodies, hats, stuff that you can actually wear without looking like your mom bought it for you at the team store. And now they are the official baseball apparel company of Section 10, which means we finally have someone professionally qualified to dress Tyler Milliken. They've got youth through adult sizes, new limited collections dropping every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And once they're gone, they are gone. And if it's your first order, you can use the promo code SECTION10 for 20% off at BL101.com. That is promo code SECTION1010 for 20% off at BL101.com. Baseball Lifestyle. It's more than a game. It's a lifestyle. Go get yours.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Stop and Shop supermarkets have a major announcement. We repeat, don't shop for your groceries anywhere else.
Yeah, stop and shop. Yeah, stop and shop. And what's great about these tangerines, look how easy they peel. Just like that. And loaded, loaded with nutritional value. Yeah, stop and shop.
Double kill.
What's better than having a Stop and Shop, getting it done for all of you?
The Stop and Shop Lookahead, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right the fuck now, man. And you can get 10 cents off your tangerines when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines only at Stop and Shop. That's the only fucking place you can get a deal like this.
That's what it says on the read. Nowhere else. Don't even try anywhere else.
Don't even try, dude. Oh, shit. They're playing the Snakes, the D-backs. What does snakes sound like, T?
Was that bad?
Yeah. Yeah, try again. Yeah, you did the same thing.
Yeah, that's what they. Isn't that how snakes sound?
Do
like the
Gotcha,
rattles?
boss.
It's a rattlesnake, isn't
From
it?
the top.
One more time.
Yeah, one more time. Yeah, it's the same noise. Yeah,
yeah, that was 3
it's
for
still
3.
the same. Yeah,
They don't bark.
they don't do that either.
What sound do they make, Jared? Oh, that is a good one. They do make that sound.
Yeah.
Well, not this one.
What kind of snake are we talking about?
It's a rattlesnake.
Okay,
Isn't that what a diamondback rattlesnake is?
they are. I believe they are rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Yep. Western diamondback.
But it's more like.
When I do the sound in my ears, it
He's
sounds
processing.
Interesting.
I hear you.
No, I hear you, big dog. I hear you barking, big dog. Is Bayo opening? Yeah, see? Is
It's more
Bayo
like that.
gonna be pitching? No.
Play that sound again, Steve.
What?
That
You
one
thought
right
that was
there.
you?
Nope. It's the boa. The boa constructor. Alec Gamboa. He will be opening tomorrow.
Is Bayo gonna pitch at all?
Bulk.
He's the bulk guy. Bayo is the bulk guy versus Mitch Bratt. Mitch Bratt's a lefty. Okay.
That's a loss.
No, come on. I didn't.
We hit lefties, baby.
Yeah. Merrill Kelly versus Ranger Suarez.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peyton Tolley
Oh, no.
versus Brandon Pfaadt.
Jared, do you know what he's been doing?
He's on a generational run.
I have an article dropping on him tomorrow.
Wow.
Bad.
Brandon. His name is Brandon Fat.
To be fair,
Fat.
That was a name redacted bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's so funny to me.
he had been
That's why
dog shit.
I wrote about him.
He had been dog shit his whole career while Jared was doing that.
Yep.
So I actually think this might bring him back down to earth.
Brandon Fat.
Oh no. Perfect game.
Brian Bayo is 4-6 with a 4.84 ERA, a 1.43 whip, and a 6.9 strikeouts per nine. He will be the bulk guy for this game. 0.79 ERA, a 2.55 FIP with 20 strikeouts and just 3 walks over 22 and 2/3 innings since being called back up from Worcester. Mitch Bratt. He's 1-1 with a 3.74 ERA, a 1.40 whip, a 6.7 strikeouts per nine. He's a rookie. Has made 7 career starts after a tough first 4. He's found his groove in his last 3. It's a 1.50 ERA and 15 strikeouts, but also 8 walks. Game 2, Ranger Suarez is 4-3 with a 3.25 ERA, a 1.19 whip, and a 9.2 strikeouts per nine. In his last outing, Ranger Suarez completed 5 innings for the first time since June 29th. The 81 pitches is also his most since that date as well. Merrill Kelly is 8-10 with a 5.11 ERA, a 1.48 whip, and a 5.9 strikeouts per nine. Merrill Kelly has allowed 25 fucking home runs this year and has allowed an 838 OPS overall. Yikes! Game 3, Peyton Tolley is 8-6 with a 2.97 ERA, a 106 whip, and a 10 strikeouts per nine. Tolley's last 2 starts show how he can get it done in different ways. What do we mean by that? Well, against the A's, it was 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 14 strikeouts. And then his last time out, 8 shutout innings of 2-hit ball with just 4 strikeouts. But he was like, oh, the Toronto Blue Jays, they don't swing and miss. Who gives a fuck? Here's 8 shutout innings. Also, his curveball has a 53% whiff rate in August. There you go. And then last but not least,
Brandon Fat.
He's 7-1 with a 3.11 ERA, a 1.13 whip, and a 5.9 strikeouts per nine. He was in the bullpen for the beginning part of the year, but has been in the rotation since June 30th, and he's been spectacular. 9 starts, a 1.15 ERA, and a 2.66 FIP, and hasn't allowed an earned run in his last 4 starts.
Yikes.
Which spans 27 2/3 innings pitched. That's a perfect game if I've ever seen one.
When I look ahead, and you wind up dead if you don't listen to what Steve says. Even then you might still wind up dead. Caught in a tornado, get smoked by your neighbor's shed. When I look ahead, when I look ahead, Billy's got me pierced. Chew 'em with your mouth.
Weather look ahead. Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Chew 'em with your mouth, Steve.
You chew 'em with your mouth, Jerry. The Red Sox head back to friendly Fenway Park for a 3-game set with the Arizona Diamondbacks. What do they sound like, T? Game 1, Monday, 7:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. Cloudy, 71 degrees, 24% chance of rain, but should be fine. 7-mile-an-hour winds blowing out towards the monster. Game 2 is Tuesday, also a 7:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch. Mostly sunny, 73 degrees. I know, 14% chance of rain, 6-mile-an-hour winds blowing in from right. The series finale is Game 3. It's Wednesday. It's a 4:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch. I am very thankful we've had more afternoon finales. Love that. Mostly sunny, 83 degrees, 0.1% chance of rain, 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing out towards the Monsters. So it should be a pleasant week weather-wise, getting on the hot side towards the finale there with it being an earlier start. at AMB against the D-backs this week. That is your weather look ahead, as always, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth.
Oh, thank you, Steven. We'll be there Monday
and Tuesday.
T, you coming for both games?
Of course. Where else would I be?
Cole, are you coming?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Prediction time. Why don't we start with Steven?
Oh, hell yeah. The D-backs are 26 in the majors and homers with 124. The Red Sox are also 26 in the majors and homers with 124. The D-backs are 8-7 in August. The Red Sox are 8-7 in August. The D-backs are 66 and 59 on the year. The Red Sox are 66 and 58 on the season. People are calling the D-backs the Red Sox of the National League. So we'll see what happens here this week. I'm not mega high on the Sox right now, man. This is a weird stretch. It's a little uncomfy. The team seems a little off. The equilibrium, everything's a little off right now. You're coming back home to Fenway where they've played a lot better since the break and before the break. So, I don't know. I am really split between 2 out of 3 for one of these teams. Give me the Red Sox. We'll stay positive. Sox winning 2 out of 3 and inching closer to 500 on the season at Fenway Park.
Damn. Tyler Milliken?
I've been going back and forth a little bit. I don't like the bullpen game coming straight out. We're still in the process here of so many days in a row, so many games in a row, 17 and 17 days. Mitch Bratt, you kind of look underneath the hood, the FIP's over 5, so it's not like this is the scariest arm, and the Red Sox have mashed against lefties all year. Merrill Kelly's been getting smoked around the entire season. And then you have Brandon Pfaadt, who, while the ERA and stuff are really good, and even since the end of June, he hasn't given up many homers. He's kind of survived on that. And, you know, I think he's good. Do I think it's like ace quality stuff? I do not. I'm going to go 2 out of 3. The Red Sox haven't lost 4 series in a row all year. The only other time they lost 3 in a row was the first 3 series of the season. So I think they're able to stop the skid here. I do think they're going to be very stressful games, though. Tolle in the series finale for the series win. I think they dropped the first game. People are still a little down, but Suarez steps up as well, and they take 2 out of 3.
Wow. Coley?
It's weird. I was thinking about how they've been losing these games because we sat here the first 4 months. I have no idea how many months or we've done. First 4 months of the season being like, if they could just get one big swing, they would have won this game. And that has not been the case in these losses. They've been getting pounded in these losses. And they've also come on the road, which has been their safe haven. They get to get away from the scary people IKF was talking about. But they've kind of just flipped everything where they've been really good at home lately, where they haven't been since like 18. So I'm going to sweep, Jerry.
Holy fucking shit.
Ball.
A Red Sox sweep, you say?
Yeah.
Well,
the local 9.
Mm-hmm.
Winning all 3.
All 3 9-on-9
9
matches.
on 9.
9-on-9
Yep.
classic baseball matchup.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
You disagree?
I kind of do, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
If only because of what I just did.
Well, I think game 1 is the one I'm most nervous about. Game 3.
Oh, Bullpen Bayo got this.
Yeah, but you said that the other. I don't remember his name, but you said his name.
No,
weird.
I didn't say his name weird. His name is Mitch Bratt.
We lost to a guy named Lake today.
Good take.
Yeah, but I didn't say his name, and I said Mitch Bratt.
No one said
correct?
his name before. He was supposed to be Skeens. They said, we got Big Lake coming in.
Oh, yeah.
They said, we got the Superior on the bump today.
Listen, Brandon Pfaadt, he's out here with a sub 5K per 9. I will
It's
not
not
allow
fat. Now T's saying it wrong.
it. You say it?
Hot.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
fat.
Thank you.
Brandon Fott.
Yeah.
Hot.
Fat.
You talk about a name I would have never drafted as a Pogo.
No chance.
Out of my PF? No.
No, God, no.
Double A? DT? Everything about it sickens me.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I think I got to go 2 out of 3 here. I feel good about the fellas being there for 1 and 2, and then I completely fumbled the ball on the third game. You know,
Proud of you.
I mean, if there's one name where I'm gonna just kick it right through the uprights, it's fucking Brandon Pfaadt.
Yeah, every time.
Know? Yeah. I mean, you can't even blame me for that one. It's just it's a little suspect that every time, like, we don't play in the same league as these guys. Every time the Red Sox play the D-backs, this asshole's got to go.
Not only that, he's not like consistently in the major leagues. This guy is up and down. He was like 0-13 at a point like last year or 2 years ago. Like but high pedigree guy, like was one of the top pitchers in all of the prospect world for a little bit. But that even feels like it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's had a couple. This is like his second year where like it went horrendous the first 3 months, and then he just turned into a demon for the final 3 months and was like able to figure it out on the fly.
Like White Bayo.
Honestly,
what they're calling him.
Kind of a bar.
Well, like more extreme. Like Bayo, even like Bayo's bad this year was the worst it's ever been, but it's usually not that bad.
No.
Pfaadt is like, has this guy ever seen a baseball before?
Didn't they sign him to a contract extension?
They probably cut him and had to re-sign him because of how bad he is sometimes.
They were either planning to or they did. I can't remember.
I think they did.
Yeah, they did. 5 years worth $45 million.
All right, yeah.
Last March.
That's crazy.
But they really have believed in him being a front of the rotation guy, and apparently things clicked with one of his AAA coaches, where they were able to unlock him again.
They're about to be proven right.
He's 30. How old is this guy? Oh, that's way down in the future. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's 30?
Well, I was looking at his, for whatever reason, I didn't know his contract kicked in yet. So I was like, he's 33? There's no fucking way he's 33.
River Ryan? Again?
Okay. Yeah, 2 out of 3 for me. Final thought. Steven.
Section10merch.com for the best merch on the planet. Fear the Stash shirts, Home Run Derby shirts, Section 10 sign shirts, Chad Sox shirts. Oh, they're beautiful. The August drop is out. Patreon.com/Section10 podcast for the best bonus content on the planet. We got some great stuff on there. Clean 40 down on the farm. We got T writing up all sorts of articles. Check it out. We got the auction that we have talked about as well. Section10.betterworld.org. Go to a game with the fellas. We got 3 left. August 31st, September 11th, never forget, and September 24th. First one we are going to is today, and that is going to be an absolute blast. Very excited for that. So yeah, looking forward to it. Lastly, just still upset, obviously, that Fenway is not getting the All-Star game, potentially till the 2030s. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I don't even really like talking about it anymore because every year it's the same conversation of like, we should have it. Why don't we have it? And there's a bunch of things thrown out there. What the Fenway projects? What are they even calling it? The Fenway?
I think that's it, right?
Is it?
That?
Okay. Whatever the hell the phrase is, but like they're trying to, I think that's part of it is they would want that to be done by the time they have the All-Star game, but I don't know. I find that to be kind of stupid. There's only, it's what, them, the Jays, the Orioles, the A's, and the Rays that haven't hosted the All-Star game this century. I do love when Bob just throws in the back of his tweet like, yeah, it seems like the Jays and the O's are getting the ones after Oracle. And no one else is.
Expected. I was like, damn, that's a pretty big thing to
no one
throw
else
out
is
there.
saying it, so you always got to take it with a grain of salt when Nightingale's putting it out there. Obviously, we love him, but I am excited for Oracle to get it. That'll be a good reason to go out to San Francisco and check that park off, which I've wanted to do. Shout out to everybody that went to PNC Park with Section 10 shirts and merch, and our buddies that were right behind the home plate for the finale. That was awesome. They got the jerseys. She had the hat on. They're diehards. They've been listening to this show for a long time, so mega shout out there. Waiting through the rain out and being the only people behind the plate when the Sox came back to get an obvious 9 outs and just end the game. But yeah, that's all I got. I think lastly, super lastly, is that we got to go to the Field of Dreams game, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're just super down on Field of Dreams, and you've been there, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh,
I would love to go, but
yeah, I'm in the same camp. I'm not big
I'd like
on
to go.
like.
All right, let's do it.
Please.
I'll go. I'll go for like obviously
the Sox,
the Red Sox playing in it, but like I'm not gonna go for any other. I mean,
but did you see who backed your take on the Field of Dreams game?
No.
CC Sabathia.
Did he really?
Yeah, he commented underneath.
Guy around.
Did he really?
What about
Yeah.
the people he murdered?
What
murdered? CC Sabathia commented on Baseball is Dead Instagram page.
Listen, PIDIG's been having a fun week. We've been having
Cy Young's all over the place.
Bartolo Colon just piped in on something.
Yep.
Yeah, he just put 3 laughing emojis. Now, to be fair, I don't know if he was pissed and he felt like you disrespected the Netflix broadcast. But
Yes,
I assume
I think that is what that is.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misread that.
He had your back, Jerry.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Still
Laughing
die for
at
you.
you.
So under the quote card we did, and it was you saying, if your team isn't playing in it, I don't think anyone cares about it. And CC Sabathia just put 3 laughing emojis. I don't know. I took it as like kind of agree, kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely saying he's not agreeing at all.
Oh.
No, not in the least. No.
Not good.
T, what are we doing here?
Is he on that broadcast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then you're an idiot. See?
Not gonna fight.
LOL, I agree. This was
What the
stupid.
fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Actually, I really don't know.
It was cool to have on. We were rolling on the pod and we had that on in the background. I don't know. I think the first one was awesome. And then you had the Tim Anderson walk-off, right? Was that the first one? And so the Yankees losing was great. The images are always going to be incredible that you get out of this. So there's always that. But it brings the fair conversation up of going to a different place and having it at a different park. I think the Cespedes Barbecue guys mentioned the Cape League. Obviously, I'm mega down for that. Capacity doesn't even come close, but who cares? There's like 8 million games a year. Everyone brings up capacity. Like, who the hell cares? Like, they do the Little League game. There's nobody goes to like only the kids can go to that. So why not try something different?
I'm happy to have the venue. I just don't need we don't need to treat it like it's the first time every time. I think that to me is like where it gets a little.
I think to Jerry's point, I think most people are watching it for the first time when their team is in it.
Maybe.
I think we all saw it the first time.
Yeah, to me, it's like I love playing it as a venue. The idea of guys hitting baseballs into cornfields looks friggin' sick. I want to see Roman Anthony do it. I want to see guys on the team do it. It's just like if you're expecting everyone to see them walk out of the cornfields and be like, "Oh my fucking God, this is the insane, craziest thing I've ever seen." It's just like it's not going to hit the same way. We've seen it. It's cool, but like Steve said, give me some of the cooler venues, mix it in. But it doesn't have to be the craziest setup in the world. I'm happy to see games at a new spot.
I agree with this take, though.
Okay.
The laugh?
No, himself.
If your team isn't playing in it, I don't think anyone cares about it. I think
anyone's big. I think people do care.
People
about it,
cared about the first one.
Yep.
But I think as it becomes an annual thing, I don't know that anyone's like, dude, we got Reds Royals. You're not watching? You're not watching the fucking Field of Dreams game? Kidding me?
Dad.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck if your team isn't playing in it. Like, did you watch it, Steve?
Yeah, I did. I just said I did. Yeah, I had it on in the background when we were recording the show. Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah, well, it's because we were doing the podcast. We were doing this podcast section 10.
Why didn't you call it sick that day if it was so important?
I'm not going to miss the show. I've got a perfect
Why
game
not?
going here.
It's the Field of Dreams game, dude. You can't miss that.
You can do both. You can definitely do both. I think you're onto the right track. I still think there's baseball fans that watch the Field of Dreams game that don't have their team in it and get enjoyment out of it. I think that's the minority.
I can't
for
imagine
sure.
It's very much.
I was
It's
going
not
to
a
say that was just like the lowest rated home run derby in a while because it was on Netflix. I didn't know it was going to be on Netflix until it was happening, and I follow baseball very closely.
Have we gotten a viewership number, a single one? Isn't that kind of telling? I haven't seen anything.
They're like, don't put it out there. Whatever.
Yeah.
There was
the Field of Dreams game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. 3 people watched it.
Yeah.
I got it right here. They have the names.
Yeah. They gave them a special shout out.
Yeah, Bethany Johnson.
Yeah.
The people at the ballpark. That's who
Danny, Billy, and Todd. They fucking loved it.
And they all watch together, so it's kind of just one view.
Yeah. Netflix is actually furious. They were sharing password.
Yeah, what the hell? Well, that's probably a little gripe I'd throw in there because on the Netflix account that we had downstairs where I record the show at the Cape, it wasn't even, when I went on Netflix, I had to scroll down 3 just to get to the Field of Dreams. That needs to be the main thing on the main page for everyone's Netflix if you're going to have this Field of Dreams game. Like, that's pretty poor. in presentation.
Yeah, and I don't mean to hate on it. I'm not hating on it because the first one was awesome, and I'll be very into it when the Red Sox are playing. But that just falls into what I'm saying is that I will care because my team is playing.
Of course,
next year.
that's
we will
most
benefit a
baseball
lot
events
as long as it happens because nothing's guaranteed next year. But we will benefit a lot from this game. It'll be great for content.
My take when I saw it was like that may be opening day.
Maybe, yeah. But in 2028, when it's fucking, Rockies Mets, I'm not going to fucking care.
Yeah, what was this? Twins, Phillies?
Yeah.
That is not taking the
that's
hold
tough.
of a national audience.
The Twins being in there was rough.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
And they didn't have cool jerseys. Like the Phillies was a little different. They tried. The Twins one was kind of sort of just their normal Twins jersey. It wasn't that much different.
Yeah. It'll be cool to see what the Red Sox wear for jerseys.
Did anyone give a fuck like nationally when the Red Sox and Yankees played in England?
No.
Like I didn't. And our teams were playing.
We almost went there.
Silliest games ever, too.
We took a cool plane. That's all I remember. We took like the world's largest plane.
The first game was like 10 to 10 in the first.
I thought they both were. They were both slugfests because it was a small field. Is Doubleday still? Does that field still exist?
It is.
Yeah.
The fact they haven't had one there is crazy.
Yeah, that would be interesting. The polo grounds definitely don't exist anymore, right?
I think they used to do a scrimmage there on Hall of Fame weekend or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yep.
But they should do a real one there.
Polo grounds. I would like to see Rafaela patrolling center field in the polo grounds. I would watch the hell out of that.
Masa would be arguably the most dangerous hitter we've ever seen in our entire life. If he could just yank a ball down the line.
If the polo ground still existed and you played a game there, it would have to be exhibition. Like there's no way. Like if I was a pitcher, I'd be like, I'm not fucking pitching there. I'm just not. Like if you get it over the outfielder's head, it's an inside the park home run. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, listen, if there's a team built for this though, it is the Red Sox.
It was closed in 1963, demolished in 1964. All right.
Fuck. They didn't even let it breathe.
Super gone.
Jared, do you remember it was spring training? I think Kevin Cash hit the homer. It was an exhibition game.
How could I forget that?
No, but they played. I don't want to say it was
forgettable
the Rose Bowl.
circumstances ever.
I was just going to bring it up.
In a weird
Kevin
ballpark.
Cash doesn't even remember this. I don't know where you're.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What do you got to say?
You had a weird park?
Was it the Rose Bowl?
Oh, yes. It was Dodgers Sox, right? The left field that was 200 feet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do remember the game.
Coliseum.
I don't remember Kevin Cash. But yes, that was what, 08?
I think so.
Yep. It was
I
definitely
have no
08.
recollection of
We
this.
had Puerto
It was
Rico.
the funniest thing ever. The
Yeah,
shortest
it
left
looked
field you're ever going to see.
It looked like it was like a football field.
It is.
It was a football field.
Yeah. That's where USC plays.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Very stupid.
Where did
That's
we go in
unbelievable.
25? What was that spring? Was it? It wasn't Mexico, was it?
Yeah.
It was Mexico.
It was Mexico.
was.
Yeah.
Monterrey.
I want more of these. Again, longest season ever. You play like 200 games. You can have a couple at these places. Why not?
They're like the Nationals should play the Blue Jays in Montreal.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, they did do that game in Montreal.
Sox did.
All right,
That
man.
was
right,
before 2019. What year was that?
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith.
2016.
I mean, Vladdy Jr. played in the game.
By Castellanos,
Oh, my
it will be a
God.
home run.
You remember that? It was recent
did?
enough that Vladdy Jr. could have played.
When the Red Sox played there?
The Blue Jays played a game in Montreal.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, no, but the Red Sox played them in Montreal. You remember that? 2016.
Was that the same Vladdy game?
No way.
I don't remember. When the fuck did
No
the Red Sox
way.
play in Montreal?
April 1st, 2016.
Oh, that was a joke.
Huh?
April Fool's Day.
Mhm.
Oh no, it really did happen that day.
Thanks.
Anytime.
All right.
There
know
were
they, like,
115,000 people at the Sox Dodgers Coliseum game. That's crazy.
Dude,
That's
look at the crowd. It's legitimately
insane.
wild.
No recollection of this.
I remember it, but I do not remember it being a ridiculously large crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
it legitimately
Place
is
is
one of the
banged
craziest
out.
crowds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is wild. Yeah. The
That
images
left
are
field's
nuts.
so funny.
That's why I remember it, because we were watching. I'm like, this has to be the goofiest left field
Is
in
this
baseball
on the tube?
history.
What did you guys search for?
I just imaged it.
Yeah.
There's a
home runs
YouTuber
count?
who has the whole game up on one of their channels. I cut up.
I mean,
a bunch
this
of
was a
highlights
spring.
from
This
it.
counted as spring training, right? T.
Oh, okay.
It was March 9th.
Okay.
What's up? March 29th, 2008.
That
Yeah,
makes
the
more
images
sense,
are
but even still.
hilarious.
I'm seeing
There's
March
a
9th.
there's a
I'm seeing
field
29th.
there's a field in the north end that's like this, like, and it's a baseball field. And if you hit a home run, I think it's right field, it's like 120 feet. And if you hit a home run, it does not count as a home run. It's a double.
Yeah, that's what happened in my last baseball game of my life. My buddy Casey Murphy that I saw at the players' party was like, he remembered it, which was awesome. I hit a ball to the left of a pole over the fence, and they're like, that's a double because it's a short fence. And it would have been like my only home run of my life. But
I would have kept running.
yeah.
Dude, Poppy's just trying to flick it over the short little fence there.
You hit a homer. Kevin Cash
you
hit
would
a
have thought a
homer.
higher score, 7-4, but nothing too crazy.
Cora had an RBI single. Bobby Kelty had an RBI double.
Shout out to Bobby Kelty, man. These camera angles are crazy.
Dude, this being 08, like, I don't think of 08 as massively long ago.
Oh,
No.
This looks like it's from the 70s compared to now. These shots.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Tim
you would have thought this is
Wakefield
the
was
World
pitching.
Series with all the flash bulbs going off.
Hey, 115 had to have been the record at that point for baseball. What other
Oh,
crowd
Big
would have
time.
drawn larger?
Shout out Bruno Sox 23. If you want to look it up on YouTube and go through the whole thing, he has
That's what I'm
all
doing.
3 hours and 12 minutes.
Good job, Bruno.
Great channel.
Great channel. They got all the 07 regular season games.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is one of my favorite things during the offseason. It will be what I'm doing in December this year. I will throw one of these games on the TV and play Pokemon on my Switch like a 12-year-old, and that's all I will do.
Just picture
Manfred's-
Martha being like, "Can we go out once,
Yeah.
Tyler?"
Nope.
No,
Yeah.
we're on April 15th with Bruno
Just
Sox.
look at me, Tyler.
Dawn and Jerry,
Nope.
you have my attention.
Nope. Sox are on.
I got
07.
April 23rd, 07 on the screen. I got Pokemon Go on the phone.
That's all the
Nope.
kid needs.
Obviously, I'm
yourself,
booked
Toots.
tonight.
Yeah. Figure it out.
You should have seen this on my schedule. Check the
I
calendar.
pay the bills around here. Coley, final thought? Whose final
about-
thought was that? What just happened?
That was the end of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, despite T's rampant negativity, I do think Paez would be a guy who may get a September look just as some arm length for anything. Spot start out of the pen. I think he made one start for the White Sox earlier this year, was immediately DFA'd and sent back. He was not supposed. He had never pitched above Double
Poor
A.
guy.
But he was a Rule 5 guy, and the White Sox were just like, maybe. You never know. They knew immediately. He was returned promptly, but he's been kind of cruising. We talked about that and a lot more on Down on the Farm last week. Have another one coming this week.
Can you get someone on to talk about Justin Gonzalez? Can you get Justin Gonzalez?
I've not heard Justin Gonzalez speak. I don't know where
You could
he's
be
at.
the guy to get him to speak.
Maybe.
Just
but yeah.
pitch smacks one of us. It would be me.
I wonder which one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, 2 home runs in his last high A game before getting the call to teach Rome and Anthony, like, hey, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm coming. Maybe they both get called up at the same time. Who knows? You never know. You never know what the Craig Sox are going to do. I don't know that I have anything else.
Can get someone that covers Salem then to talk about Justin Gonzalez.
Which Salem?
New Hampshire.
Mass.
Yeah, I want to hear someone just
Your witch on.
Just gush about Justin Gonzalez.
That's what I do.
I know, but I want someone that knows what he smells like.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. T, final thought? Thank you.
Yes. Wrong. The Breslow gets conversation has been in the back of my head during this entire episode. I feel like the trade deadline would be a really interesting way that probably will decide what happens with the White Sox going for Luis Castillo, who I'm pretty low on, but pitched really well in his last start, versus the Red Sox, where we haven't got anything from Adley. Eric Miller looks amazing, but we'll see how it plays out. Might be a very interesting deciding factor. But everyone wants to talk about Franklin Arias, and I'm happy they do. Man, when 2 out of your top 3 prospects have the name Franklin, I think you got to show some love to the other guy. Franklin Primera, man, has just, what a year. Just absolutely raking as a catcher. Did it in the Florida Complex League, went nuts, 202 WRC plus in 32 games. Well, the man at 19 years old has shown up to the Ridgeax, and he doesn't give a fuck. 333, 470, 514. It's a 164 WRC plus. He has 3 homers in those 30 games. He's striking out as much as he's walking, 12.9% of the time. Just someone who deserves kind of the attention he's getting right now. And, will we see him on top 100 list soon? I don't think that's very crazy. But for an organization, and we know how they're going to value Adley, they might have one of the more intriguing catching prospects in the sport sooner than later. MLB Pipeline released their farm system rankings. The Red Sox are down to number 24. Which is definitely a new place to exist for them. And that stuff can shift quickly depending on how the next month or 2 ends up going here. But yeah, I think Franklin Primera definitely deserves his moment in the sun here. And we'll see what, ends up happening with him for the rest of the year. Obviously, he's not going to be making another jump before the conclusion of the season, but someone who you should definitely be paying attention to if you want to know what's going on the farm.
You think he sticks at catcher, T?
I've heard mixed, man. It felt like early in the year, everyone was like 100%. But lately it's been, we'll see what it ends up looking like. But just looking at Sox prospect scouting report, strong defensive profile, moves well behind the plate, adept at blocking balls in the dirt, has advanced receiving and framing skills for his age. It's like, those are all the things I'm looking for characteristics for a catcher. And he's young. It's 19. These guys take a little bit to get there. But I think going into this year, like I would have pegged a guy like Jorge Rodriguez as the catcher that was going to jump up and make a lot of headlines, or even Gerardo Rodriguez. And neither one of those guys have looked anything like Franklin Primera has. And yeah, man, he deserves the credit. And you look underneath the hood, like the data backs it as well. It is just as exciting.
How do you say Jace's last name here? Matazinski?
Matazinski, yeah.
Bang. Hearing something?
No. Just poking around.
Oh, I do have Carlos Gutierrez shout out as well, who came
Thank
over.
Christ.
Came over as part of the Marcelo Meyer deal. He's just swung it really well with the Ridgeax 308, or excuse me, has swung it really well at high A. Has gone 308, 400, 385 slug, but a 111 WRC plus. Guy who's going to get his walks, doesn't strike out very much. They're going to try to get him to add power, but feels like the kind of prospect that I will fall in love with. That will be a quadruple A player. So prepare for more Carlos Gutierrez talk.
The number 19 prospect, according to SoxProspects.com.
What we do.
Yeah.
He is a little fella.
Don't get me going about Jack Monet.
I won't.
Local boy.
I'm going to be.
From?
He went to the high school. I want to make sure I get this right. Belmont Hill.
Wow.
Okay.
He's the number 20 prospect in the system.
Dude, but he's shown up with real power, AA.
Dude.
13th round pick. But just someone who has that kind of knack for hitting, man. He goes up there and he has real feel for it.
If we're just naming dudes, which T seems to open the door for, I've been entirely intrigued by a draft pick from this year, who I believe just homered yesterday. Willis McGinnis.
Willie McGinnis?
What?
Willis McGinnis is could not have more of my attention if he tried. A, being named that, and then B, just seems to be a hooper. So I'm kind of locked in on Willie McGinnis 2.0.
Well,
Where the fuck? I mean, is he not in?
He's a Ridgiak legend.
So he's not a prospect at all.
Oh,
He
no,
was
he
it's like a
definitely is.
13th round pick this year, I want to say.
And he got more than slot, like a good
Right.
amount more than slot.
I'm not seeing him.
And what do you mean? Like in general?
Sox prospects, I'm not seeing him.
Yeah, I don't think he's in their top 60 right
No,
now.
where was he drafted? He was 11th round. So what's that first pick of day 2?
I think day 3, the way this draft went.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless I'm losing it. Yeah, he's not in their top 60 right now, but you know, I think there's a lot to like there. He's another guy who fits into a little bit of that like Henry Godbout. Great contact bat, has the feel for hitting, but can they tap into more power? And comes with athleticism too.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Fenway tonight.
Wow.
And then again tomorrow.
The
Let's
sweep.
do it.
I'll be at Fenway all week. And then don't forget St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, 7 p.m. Thursday. Showdown of the century. Carrabis versus Peavy. Everyone's been waiting since 2013 to see this.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this series against the D-backs. And then let's meet right back here on Wednesday night, Thursday morning for you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll see you then.
Buenas noches, amigos.